You're listening to the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game.
Hey folks, welcome to the Beans and Dice podcast. I'm Carlos.
I'm Rob.
And that's all of us.
Yeah, that's all of us tonight. So far. We may have a visitor later.
Oh yeah.
Cracked out. Cold one. I got one here too.
Happy Thursday to you, Robert.
Salud.
Salud. All right, so today's episode, Wayne will join us later. Wayne will join us later.
Hopefully he'll be jumping in. Yep.
But in today's episode, we're going to go through day 3 of Dice Tower. We only got through 2 days
we did,
in the first
so
episode.
we got 3 more
and
days
those are
to
the
go.
slowest days of the con.
Well, for me, the first day was a pretty big day.
Was it a big day?
Yeah, it was a big day.
We're also going to do our top 20 board. Rob and I will update our top 20 board from June since we didn't get a chance to do that.
Yep.
I will run you through my twig, my This Week in Gaming, which is Dice Tower East Can't, not Con,
Dice Tower
Can't.
Yeah.
So the games that I played while they were at Dice Tower. And then hopefully by then we'll have Wayne on board where we can then continue the Dice Tower update, which is going to be a mini series, like multi-episode series for y'all.
Good stuff. We got some other nuggets. We got a little bit of news to talk about this week, so we'll pull up the Discord, probably jump through some of that, just depending on how much time we've got. And there's been some discussion about a board game table on the Amazon site, or actually a couple of tables. So we may touch on that a little bit too, because I know that's a buzz right now in our chat. So.
Yeah, the board game table on Amazon was an interesting conversation. We talked about sizes and some other items in the news. There's Spiel des Jahres was announced. Wayne's been posting a ton of articles in our news Discord, which is the same place where you should be posting a ton of articles also, because that's where we go during the show to see what news topics interest you that you want to hear us talk about. You can always email us at beansanddice@gmail.com with your questions or comments about the show. We'll gladly read them on air. In between episodes, you can always call 813-618-7099 and leave a voicemail for us to play for you during the show. Those are all the ways to get in touch with us, or live during the show, you can call in. All right, the easiest way is just to call in live during the show. That's the fastest way. But Rob, I want to update you from last week. So a little bit of acquisition for y'all who know me personally. Y'all know that I love my light phone. My light phone.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle phone.
I see something different over there.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a lifestyle phone for those that are neurodivergent who want to disconnect from the social medias and all those other things. And I've had this light phone for years now.
Right.
Light phone, the company came out in 2015 with a Kickstarter of their first Light Phone 1. 2018, they came out with the Kickstarter for Light Phone 2. And I got on board for Light Phone 2, which is a phone that only has text and talk. Like, that's the basics. You can listen to some podcasts, you can get directions, but there's no social media, no internet. There wasn't even any texting for images. Like, you could send me an image. Rob would send me an image. I'd be like, Rob, I can't see it. Like,
I can't do anything with this.
It is a distraction-free device, which is great for gamers, I'd have to say, because that's one way to keep me off my device while we're playing games.
Sure.
Because there's nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But guess what, Rob? Last year, I jumped in on board, pre-ordered, helped support the start of Light Phone 3.
Was this like a Kickstarter or something? Or was it
no, this time it was a pre-order.
Okay.
Because the company is well established
Gotcha.
now.
Okay.
So it was a full pre-order, but I got it for like 50% of the retail price now if you got in on like day 1.
Nice.
So I jumped in on day 1, and I was supposed to get my phone in January, but it showed up this week.
Okay.
Super excited because guess what, Robert? It is the fanciest dumb phone I've ever seen.
It looks nice.
This thing is a beaut.
That old one was like a gray brick. This one's a black brick. But
it worked off of like a Kindle style e-ink screen before.
Oh yeah.
But now I am an OLED, brother. Look at that. OLED.
High def black and white.
And guess what? I have caught up to 1997.
Ooh.
My phone can now take pictures.
Really?
My phone can take pictures, y'all.
Wow. Can you look at them, though?
I can look at them.
Oh, you can actually view them.
And I can receive photos now, too. So I have officially, folks, for y'all friends of the show, I have officially caught up to 1997.
Nice.
I can take pictures and see pictures on my phone.
So when did this come in?
This came in, I think it was on Monday.
Okay, so you've had almost a week now. What's the early review? I mean, a big step forward?
It has pictures.
Okay, enough said.
But the screen is easier to work with because the Kindle style e-ink screen from before was a bit tougher to work with. With this item now, so there's a menu button. With this item now, the touching and the typing is a lot quicker, a lot faster. You can scroll through the podcast, so you can see it's got a little wheel on the side. It turns a little flashlight and also controls the brightness of the phone. So if you turn it all the way back, so it's easier to work with. It's a little bit bigger, so better for my older eyes.
Okay.
But it's
stepped into the 21st century.
I can take pictures. So now I will be taking more board game pictures, but I can't post them. Because it's not connected to the internet. So,
so you can't get them onto Discord or anything like that?
I will have pictures, much like your 1990s single-use camera. It will have pictures, but you have yet to develop them, so you haven't seen them. You know which ones I'm talking about.
So you can upload them to a computer or something and send them that way?
I can email them to myself, and then from there, download them, and then from there...
Man, we're talking late 1900s, early 2000.
But it keeps me sane.
Okay.
It keeps me sane.
All right, if it works for you.
That works for me.
Yeah.
What else works for me? My top 20 board.
Yeah, want to jump over to the top 20?
Yeah, let's get into this top 20 board. Phone lines will be open at about 9:30-ish. 9:30-ish, we'll open up the phone lines. It'll give us a chance to update our boards.
Yeah,
in the month of June, I want to get you through some of the games I played.
Scrambling over here to finish out my list. I've written down a couple, but I played more games in June than I thought I did. It was actually a decent month.
I had a lot of work in June.
Yeah.
So I was traveling a lot for work. I did not get to play as much, but there were some good games that I got to play. Starting with some Sushi Go. So enjoyed some Sushi Go.
Is that party or just the old standard?
Just standard.
Okay.
Single deck, easy construction. It won't make my list, so it's not going up on the board. But it is a good game. It is a good, and
absolutely.
We actually played it in the Twig. I'll bring it up. We played it this past week, again with more players. Played some Cascadia. So Cascadia. Played some Wonders Creatures, thanks to Mitch out in Louisiana. Taught me Wonders Creatures.
I want to try that one. No, we'll find out, but go ahead.
Foundations of Metropolis, which is the retail or Temu version of Foundations of Rome.
Yeah.
And then some Endeavor Deep Sea and some Toy Battle. So those are my plays.
Okay.
So let's start with what's already on the board. Already on the board is Endeavor Deep Sea. It is currently my number 6, and I think I'm moving that bad boy up above Camel Up.
Got a replay. Okay.
Because I got more plays in. So let's get the board on the board. Y'all can see the board now. Here's the board, and currently I have Endeavor Deep Sea at 6. This bad boy is moving up to number 3.
Wow. That's doesn't sound like a big jump. It's only 3 spots, but when you're in your top 5, now we're...
Oh, it's hard to get stuff on this board to begin with.
Yeah.
And this is specifically because of solo plays. Before I played it with you, I played it multiplayer. This time was my enjoyment with multiple plays solo player. I loved it in solo mode.
Again. Yeah, I need to play again. I played it twice now, but
it'll be in the news too.
Right?
Endeavor
I was wondering whether we were going to hint at that or talk about that, but we'll wait.
Spoilers.
Yep, spoiler.
Let's see. Sushi Go's not going on the board. Cascadia is going on the board. Cascadia, although it has been in my top 10 before, with this last play, it's going to go on the board. I just don't know if it's going to make it very high. So coming off the bottom right now are 3 games. So I'm put 3 up. First one coming off is Wine Cellar from the 20 spot. No Thanks is coming off from the 19 spot. And then from the 18 spot is going to be Dice Town. Those are the 3 that are coming off. Cascadia is going to go... Ooh, geez, these are some good games, Robert.
I know it's tough. It's tough. Further we get into the year, it's going to get tougher and tougher.
It's going to go in the above Trekking Through History. We'll get numbers here in a moment, but it'll go right now to go above Trekking Through History.
Okay.
Below Fellowship of the Ring Trick Taking, below Brian Boru. All right, so
Cascadia.
Foundations of Metropolis is coming up on the board. This one I did enjoy. A lot.
Are you considering, let me just ask, so are you considering this on its own, or are you considering the whole experience? So I know, obviously, this is not the big production of it, but when you rank it, does that come into play at all? That there's another game out there that's a nice big experience that's exactly the same game. I mean,
that's where I'm going to go with it.
Okay,
for me, Foundations of Metropolis is Foundations of Rome.
Sure. Okay.
Just in an easier to transport package.
Okay.
Because that's what I got out of it. When we played Foundations of Rome at Dice Tower Retreat, I think it was.
Right.
we did not play with the expansions. We didn't play with any of the Kickstarter exclusives.
Right.
We didn't open up those boxes. We played the base game.
I did once. When we played together. I think we did. I played
Yes.
another time out there.
You may have done all the heavy stuff. I did not. So my only comparison is to that. At the end of the day, Foundations of Rome would get a better review from me than Foundations of Metropolis, and that's just purely aesthetics.
Sure, okay.
And theme.
Yeah.
I love anything Roman.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of Roman age games. Fall of Rome.
Yeah.
Concordia.
I can see that.
A
Yeah.
bunch of them in here. But for me, I'm really not separating them that much. So gameplay wise, this would have to go above Fellowship of the Ring, Trick Taker, above Brian Baru. Oh, that's a hard one. It's so good. But it goes above Potion Explosion.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the way to do it. You play Brian Baru again. If you really like it, you can move it up.
Yeah, and that was my first play of Brian Baru. So I'm going to put it between Sky Team and Potion Explosion.
Okay.
That's where Foundations of Metropolis has found its spot.
Where it's going to live. Okay.
All right, and then finally my last game, and this is where we just need to move everything down. This is
One of those.
Paulo Mori's Toy Battle.
I'll start sliding.
Let's bring everything down at least to the 10th spot because it's better than Sky Team for me. All right, so now we're into the 10.
Now we get to the top 10. That's a big step.
We're at Heat. Now, at the end of the day, this is a 5 to 10 minute 2-player game.
Okay.
Right. But you play multiple times. Like that's the whole key. It's like
I had a game that lasted a little longer than that. I had one
you
where
overthinkers.
we each came down to one chit at the end, and it was decided at that point. But I'd say that game lasted a good 20, 25 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Hasn't happened to me yet. But this is I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so and I've played it more
Okay.
in July, so I think I can safely put it in my 10 based on my plays in June.
At
like
10.
it went top 10 right in June.
Okay.
Right, my first plays.
But behind Heat.
And I probably played it twice as much in July than I did in June.
Okay.
So when we do the July update, I'm certain we will see some more movement and some more plays. So I'll
That
be able
makes
to talk
sense.
more about it.
Okay.
So that lines them up. Now let me give you the rack and stack of the games. So at my number one, or wait, we go backwards here.
Usually
bottom
20
up.
up. Yeah, bottom up.
My 20, Guild of Merchant Explorers. 19, SETI. 18, Lost Cities. 17, Trekking Through History. 16, Cascadia. 15, Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. Currently in my backpack. That's how good that game is.
Nice.
It's a great solo game. 14, Brian Baru. 13, Potion Explosion. 12, Foundations of Metropolis. 11, Sky Team. 10, Toy Battle. 9, Heat. 8, Hero Quest. 7, Star Wars Imperial Assault. 6, The White Castle. 5, Flip 7. 4, Camel Up. 3, Endeavor Deep Sea. 2, Ezra and Nehemiah. And then finally, number 1, Purple Haze.
Oh, still up there at number 1, huh?
Hey, well,
It's in my top 5, so I can't say anything. But yeah,
I got to play something. Endeavor Deep Sea might go above that.
so we need to play Purple Haze again too. I mean,
That's going to be the tough part is getting that to the table
yeah.
again.
Got to get Dan's copy over here and get it played.
I've been waiting for the retail to come out this year.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Nothing yet.
Nothing.
You've been keeping an eye on it, huh?
Oh yeah, I've been watching it. All right, so that leaves Robert to update his top 20 board. You want to just tell him the games you played and then put them on the board?
Okay. Yes, I was going to ask, do we have the old stack? Again, I'm throwing my list together here because a couple of oldies are going to come back. If not, I'll just write them down again.
Yeah, write them down again for now.
Yeah, I just don't want to waste all these. I know these are easy erase ones now, so I will do this kind of on the... Well, no, I've got one of them right here, real easy. And then there was one other... Oh, yeah, I know the other one. Give me just 30 seconds.
All right, so games that I played this past week.
Okay.
So I'll update you with that. In this, since we've done the twig, right? So with the most recent twig games that I played this past week, I'll give you my twig right now. For me, lots of plays of Rumble Nation this past week. That was an acquisition and a lot of plays of Rumble Nation online on BGA as well as in person. It plays so fast, so smooth. It just it's like a steak and a Merlot. Like they just go together so well. When I look at my last month of games between Toy Battle and Rumble Nation, the two are light and fast. One is 2-player only. The other one is multiplayer, but they're both so quick and they both have that tension that I enjoy in less than 15 minutes each game. Those are two of the games that I've really enjoyed this past week or so. Yeah. Played a lot of No Thanks this past week over the 4th of July holiday. Some additional Sushi Go. The Sushi Go game that I played got me hungry.
Oh, okay.
So to the point where I ordered online some sushi, to go with it because it was just all this sushi talk. It was later at night.
Yeah.
So my bedtime snack was Sushi Go. Got to teach Harvest to the family.
Oh, cool.
Got my copy back that I loaned out, and it came back. Got to teach it to my family. They loved it.
Is this the Japanese version?
The Japanese Harvest.
Okay, you got the Japanese version.
Not the other board game Harvest.
Yep.
Taught some Green Team Wins. That was definitely a hit with the family. Got a lot of table talk. Green Team Wins is one of the best social party games that I can think of. It just feels good. It allows for community, almost like you're trying to be a part of the community. That kind of a feeling there. With the daughters, so my nieces, my cousins were there with their daughters,
Right.
And my daughter got to teach them some unicorn glitter luck cloud crystals, so some haba in the mix this past week. Love haba, but I think Flip 7 was a hit with them. They loved Flip 7. They asked for more plays of Flip 7. No Thanks was good, but we had to convince one player to play again. But Flip 7 was an easy, let's do that again.
Oh, so No Thanks wasn't a huge hit, huh?
Not as much as Flip 7 was compared to Flip 7.
Flip 7 will be in the news a little bit later, too.
Taught them some Hot Streak, so I got to play some Hot Streak and enjoy that. But the biggest hit of this past week with the family that visited from Georgia was Thunder Road Vendetta.
Oh, yeah.
Thunder Road Vendetta, when I taught it to my cousin's husband and my little cousin and Gabe, we played 4-player. Thunder Road Vendetta just hit off so well. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and he's looking at me like, "Are we doing that again?" Like asking, like, "I want to." He said, and he's been coming here to spend. They've been coming. I've known the guy 5 years now. They've been together about 5 years. They've been coming to the house and staying with us for a week for 5 years now.
Nice.
And I teach games every time they're here.
Yeah.
He said that's the best game you ever taught me.
What you do?
He said it's the best game you've ever taught me. Like he had so much fun playing Thunder. He lost too. He had so much fun playing Thunder Road Vendetta. What I found is that sweet spot of 4 players for Thunder Road Vendetta, because I thought, okay, if we add more players from 3 up to 4, or even from 2 to 4, it's going to take longer.
Yeah.
But what I didn't account for is adding those extra vehicles created so much more chaos that a player was knocked out like that.
Really?
And the finish line comes out.
Okay.
Because it was more smashing into each other, shooting each other, hurt feelings across the board.
Yeah.
Thunder Road Vendetta was probably my favorite play of this past week or so.
Nice.
So that's my twig.
Hurt feelings.
This week in
favorite
gaming.
Play. Yeah. Well, cool.
All right, back to Rob on his top 20.
Yeah, I think I'm ready here. So I keep staring at this board while you were talking, trying to figure out how I'm going to not slide off a game, and I don't know how to do it. So I'm already kind of cheating a little bit, but not really cheating. But so anyway, I had my 20 was open, so I had left that open. I don't remember what I pulled off of there. It was Frosthaven or something last time. I slid something off just to kind of have a spot there. I'm going to go ahead and take Clank Legacy 2 off. We've talked a little bit in the past how I think the Legacy games are a little kind of weird. Yeah.
I'm agreeing with James Odak. Thunder Road is so much fun.
Oh, is that what he said? Oh, okay. I didn't see the chat over there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a fun game. Not everybody loves it, but I'm kind of lukewarm on it. But Clank Legacy, I'm going to take this off. Again, not that this
also lukewarm on Clank Legacy.
Yeah, not that it wasn't a good experience and that it was fun. But again, I took Frosthaven off the board already, and Frosthaven is all that in a bag of chips to me. But these Legacy games, like I say, I'm playing every week, every other week. It's kind of hard to rate those against all these other games that I play just a couple times a year. So I'll take Clank Legacy down. So that's an easy kind of cheat for me to get that off of there. I want to add 5 games. So that means at my 19 was Draft and Write Records. This one, again, this is one of my favorite roll and writes right now. I think I'd probably put this in my, well, it's a flip and write, but Draft and Write? It's a draft and write. That's what
it's in the name, Robert.
Yeah, draft
it's
and
in the
write
name.
records. There you go. It's a draft and write. So I got there. So you're drafting cards, which I love drafting. I love drafting in Terraforming Mars. Any game where you can pass cards and select stuff. Blood Rage, great card drafting game. So again, this is a light game, and even though it's in my top roll and writes or draft and writes or draw and writes, whatever they are, it's going to come off. Min Nefer also hurts me. That was at my 18. I think once I play this again, it'll go back on the board. I just need to get it played again. It's been a little while, but Min Nefer, really good Euro game, a new one that came out, I think, last year. Here's where I run into trouble. So I need to get one more game on the board. My lowest ranked game after I pull all those off is we're getting to really good games. And I said I need to play this again. I need to play this a bunch more, really. and this is going to be Endeavor Deep Sea, and it hurts me to take this off. When I play this is pretty much a guarantee that this will go back on the board. So for temporary, I'm not gonna throw away this little. I know we're not gonna throw away this slip here because it's gonna come back, but it's just getting it played again. And then it'll be back in the top 20. So anyway, so that leaves kind of a little spot here. My 16 was Kenfire Delve, great little card game. Honestly, even though I've played Kenfire Delve a couple more times, not in June, but in July, this is not going to be able to move right now. So Kenfire Delve would certainly slide off before Endeavor, I think, at this point, although Kenfire Delve is probably one of my top 2-player games right now. Anyway, beyond that, so let's go to a new one that I played for the first time over at Jim's house. Jim Odak, James, taught me Beyond the Horizon. So this is Beyond the Sun, but it's, I'm going to definitely say more Euro-y. Although, I don't know, it was a tech tree in Beyond the Sun. Basically, you're playing a tech tree, and then you're playing a little area control game. In this, you're playing a tech tree on the main board, and then on the sideboard, you're actually playing almost, I won't call it a Civ builder, but it's kind of a development game. You're putting down land tiles. You can develop the tiles. You can go into other people's areas and mess with them. There's no area control like there is in Beyond the Sun, where you're trying to control areas of space or different planets, I guess, out there in the kind of the area control. This one, you can freely move in and out of other people's areas. You can actually upgrade their stuff to get points. So it's I think it's another step to Beyond the Sun, but this is the Beyond the Horizon of the Beyond the Sun, and I'm going to say this is a better game. So that's a shout out to BJ there on Board Game Gumbo.
The Beyond the Sun of the Beyond games.
Yeah, the Beyond games. I mean, that's a better way to say it. So, but I don't know. I'm curious to hear from BJ. If he's listening, maybe he can drop us a line tonight, jump in the chat. But what's your opinion, BJ? Beyond the Horizon or Beyond the Sun? If you've played Beyond the Horizon, which I bet you probably have. This one's more complicated. It's more Euro-y, and I think I like it better. I've only played it once. I've played Beyond the Sun 15 times probably, but right now, Beyond the Horizon, it's going to go on. It's going to be down here at the bottom for now. I got to play it again.
We'll give numbers at the end, but it's towards the bottom.
Going to go down on the bottom there. So I posted, me and my kids played, started our series on the what do we call them, of the West Kingdom series, I guess they call it, and so we posted a video of our play. I think it was right on almost exactly an hour long of Architects, and I put, for save space here, OTWK, so Architects of the West Kingdom. And OTWAC. So we played this to prepare for the live play that we did. We played this, it's either 4 or 5 times in the month of June, and then we did the final.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we wanted to practice it. We wanted to get it down. We're professionals here. We do things right. So we played this a bunch of times, and it reminded me how much I like this. I played this a fair amount on Board Game Arena, but we're going to go through the series. We're going to go through all the West Kingdom series, then we're going to go through the South Tigris series, and then we might go backwards and play the first series. What was the first one? I even forget now.
Raiders of the North Sea, Raiders.
The Sea, is it North Sea? Yeah, whatever that series
Raiders of the
was.
North, and I think Raiders of the North Sea.
Okay,
are 2 different ones.
Yeah, but there's a series there of 3. We might go back. Like I said, I think those are lesser thought of than the newer ones. But anyway, Architects is going to go up here at number 19. Great game. Fun Euro, not overly complicated. I'd call it a lighter to midweight Euro. And the cool thing, just real quick on this one, is you start with all of your workers. I think it's like 18 workers that you have, and you're placing them out. And the more workers you put in an area, the more of a resource or whatever more options you have. But then somebody can come around and round up your workers and throw them in prison, because obviously if there's a bunch of them hanging out somewhere, there's something fishy going on. But anyway, so that's kind of the fun theme on that one. So Architects, going up on the board just above Beyond the Horizon. Next one is, I'm going to stay in the same series here, of the West Kingdom. We got a play in June of Paladins. We have played Paladins 2 or 3 more times since then. Actually, I think 3 more times since then. And hopefully we're going to be recording this playthrough tomorrow and maybe get it up sometime next week on the channel. But Paladins, I prefer, actually, I'd only played Paladins once before I started prepping for this and playing it over the last couple of months. I had played Architects a bunch, and I thought Architects was my favorite, Although going back and playing Paladins and now playing it 4 times in a row, I'm seeing some deeper stuff there. I'm seeing some more fun strategies. The kids and I had a half-hour discussion after our second or third play about how each of us thought was the best way to go get points, and it was really enlightening. It was fun to talk about, and especially my son, my 21-year-old, hearing him kind of get into some deep strategy and telling me that this was the way it was going to be. And so we played again, and Dad won, so that was funny. But we're going to have our playthrough on that. So I told him it doesn't matter till we do the real playthrough. Whoever wins that one is the real king. But Paladins going right above Architects. We're staying in the
based on BGG ratings. Paladins is 75. Architects is 120 in the ranks. So
wow.
you got the right order.
Yeah, okay. Or so Paladins is better. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Got it. So good. So yeah, I like Paladins a little better, but Architects is also a great game. So keep an eye out for that video that we're going to post up, and then we'll do the third one, which is it's the word
Viscounts?
Viscounts. Yes, I say the word everybody says wrong. Viscounts, but Viscounts.
Listen, if y'all English would write your words in the way you want us to read them, please. Like having to learn English was one of the hardest things I ever did.
I bet it's supposed to be tough. Luckily, I say I grew up with it, but supposedly my first language was German, but that was until I was like 3. So I don't.
You sound angry.
Yeah,
I see it. I see it.
The next one, we're going to take a big jump up here. I played Concordia at our game day, our second Saturday game day in June, and Concordia is one that's already in Carlos's Hall of Fame. It's a great game. It's a classic. I think I played this. I have to look. I think I played it with Wayne. I've actually played Concordia again in July. But as far as my June, it was probably my second favorite game that we played at that game day. I got a bunch of games in, again, which surprised me. I looked at my list. It was like 10 different games on that game day. But Concordia is going to slide up my list here. So I'm going to slide down Kinfire Delve. Going to slide down Cora. Sky Team, Finspan, sliding down. This is definitely going to climb into the top 10. So Obsession, Lisboa, going to slide down. Federation is sliding down. Now I'm getting to
we're getting way up there.
See, I'm getting into some really good newer games with Federation. Maracaibo is gonna slide down.
You damn Skippy! Like, come on, bro.
I like me some Maracaibo. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna disappoint. Hopefully, but it's not gonna get into my Hall of Fame level quite yet.
What?
It's a good game. It's fun. It's solid. I haven't played any of the variants. I know you've got everything now for Concordia, right? You got the 2-player. You've got the team game. Do you have the
extra
team?
Salt, baby?
Oh, yeah, a little extra salt. Yeah. But Concordia. Okay, let's see. Mosaic. Ooh, now we're getting into some really good stuff. I'm gonna put it above Mosaic.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Galactic Cruise. I'm going to put it above Galactic Cruise. Galactic Cruise is good. I played Galactic Cruise in July. That could move later. Now we're at Ultimate Railroads. Man, I really like.
Here, there's a comment from Aaron. Let me help you out here. Concordia is one of the best games that I just don't get the table. It's so well designed. Like using that, it's one of the best games, Robert. Come on, just make this easy.
All right.
Slide the stuff down.
So Ultimate Railroads is tough for me. I love pushing stuff on tracks, and Ultimate Railroads is all about pushing trains down tracks. But I'll go above Ultimate Railroads. Purple Haze, your current number 1. I'm going above Purple Haze. I need to play Purple Haze again.
I agree.
It's been a while. It's kind of getting a little foggy in my brain. It was back earlier in the year. I'm going above Purple Haze.
I agree.
All right, Underwater Cities. Ooh. Now we're getting into my top 3. All right, you're not going to like it, but I'm putting Concordia at... No, right there. Yep, I'm putting it above Purple Haze, below Underwater Cities, Ostia, and SETI. So, that's where it shakes out for me. We'll see. There's plenty of time left.
The comment in the chat here, our man Max Burns, man Max Burns
haven't
in
heard
the
from
chat.
Max in a while.
He says Viscount is French.
Okay, you're right, exactly. My count is.
I blamed you English.
Everybody says, you said English, so that's where he was coming in. Gotcha.
It's French.
Yeah, definitely a French word. Viscount. So.
Max Burns says, hey, dudes.
Max.
We got to get a historical day going.
I'll do that.
I know Max loves historical wargaming, but he has also enjoyed a lot of the historical themed Euro games, and I think this whole ancient series that Garfield Games has done, Shem Phillips has done, would be right up Max's alley.
Yeah.
Like he would just eat that up.
We definitely do that.
Pick a day to drive down to Tampa, brother.
Yep, we're here. So where's he even living now? That's a side conversation. But
Yep.
anyway. All right, so my last one, and I'm going to go to one I got a chance to teach at the game day. It went over pretty well, but it just reminds me again of how much I like this game. Wayne would disagree with me slightly because he likes another game with the same designer better. But Raw, actually, he likes a couple of them better. He thinks Raw is the lower of the three in the Knizia lineup there. But Raw is by far my favorite of the three. I think it's the most popular on BGG. I haven't looked them all three up to see what the ratings.
Oh, I'll look at it right here. It's currently ranked overall 120.
120. Okay.
So if we go to designer Reiner Knizia,
there you go,
and then look at his linked games,
Trump
and
Fabric.
then sort them by rank.
Yeah.
His top game is El Dorado at 121.
Okay.
Wow, they're really in that just outside the 100.
Yeah, just right there.
Tiger Senior Fady at 125, and then Raw at 128.
That's the right answer.
And then it goes into the 200s. Is that the right order?
That's the right order. Well, I'm not a big fan of Tigers from Euphrates.
I have yet to play Quest for El Dorado. That one's on my list.
Played it, and it's a lot of fun. I like that one a lot too. But Raw's a great game. But definitely Raw being the best of the three is Tom Fabrique, and then what's the movies one?
Hollywood Blockbuster. Hollywood Blockbuster. Is that what it's called?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Those are the same. That was a reskin. The old one is the one where you're delivering goods or you're filling up your ship with goods that Wayne really loves.
Oh, My Goods? No.
No. You're bidding with your points. So
help us out, chat.
Yeah. Or if Wayne's out there, he'll let us know when he chimes in. But Raw is a great game, classic game. Again, just outside the top 120 on the BGG. This is going above Concordia, Carlos. That's weird for me because this is Raw, for me, almost borders on party game. I mean, I like this. It only plays up to 5, I think. 5 is definitely my preferred count, though. This is a bidding game. You still never played Raw, have you?
I have yet to play Raw.
We got to play Raw. I love Raw.
We did a day of bidding games,
Yes.
but Raw was not
we played
on
the
the
other
table.
two in the series.
Yes.
Well, no. Did we play both of them? No,
I think we played 2 or 3 games that night,
Yeah.
but this is one that still needs to make it to the table for me.
This is going to slide. You know what? This is going above Underwater Cities. Raw is going to come in between Ostia and Underwater Cities.
Wow, that's pretty high up, Robert.
Yeah. That could change. I had a pretty good play of it, but teaching it, seeing people like it, not everybody loved it, but a couple people loved it, and then there was, I think, one player who was kind of lukewarm on it. But this is a fun game. Even though I lose this horribly most of the time, but it's just fun to play. So we got to get you to play this one, see if you like this one better than the others. And then Wayne will, I can't remember the name of the other one, but Wayne has them all, so he can bring the other one that you haven't played, or maybe bring both of them, and you can try those other 2 again. It'd be fun to do all 3 of them back to back. But
hit the folks at home.
Anyway, yep.
Bottom to top.
Bottom to top, 20 up. So beyond the horizon, not beyond the sun. I want to say beyond the sun. Beyond the horizon, 20. Architects of the West Kingdom, 19. Paladins, same series. Number 18. Kinfire Delve at 17. Korra, Rise of an Empire, 16. Sky Team. Finspan, Obsession at 13. Lisboa, Federation. Starting my top 10 here is Maracaibo, then Mosaic, Galactic Cruise at 8. Ultimate Railroads, Purple Haze, Concordia in the top 5. Underwater Cities at 4, Raw at 3, and SETI holding strong at number 1. That's my top 20.
And that is our June top 20 update for y'all. Beautiful board there, Robert. Just at the bottom of the horizon here, beyond the horizon.
Beyond the horizon?
Like just barely making it on the board.
Just on the horizon. Yeah, that's fitting, huh? I didn't plan that, but...
Well, folks, it is a call-in show, and this is the time that we open up the phone lines. 813-618-7099 is the number, your chance to call in and take over and talk about whatever it is you desire to talk about. So the show is now yours. You call in, and you become the host for the next 10 minutes. Got a comment in the chat here, Rob, that's going to bring up some questions for me. So this came from our we stream to multiple platforms. One of them is Rumble. And a commenter on Rumble says, gaming on Rumble is for live streaming video games. This should be in podcast or entertainment. Come on, guys, follow the rules. And I'm like, okay, so number one, I've never seen said rules. And if I did see said rules, I would never have read said rules. Number two, it's gaming, right?
Yeah,
no, I don't know. I'm not a video gamer.
Yeah, video gamers are pretty particular, let's say.
Are they? Is that what they are?
Yeah. They like, so somebody probably stumbled upon this thinking, oh, here's a new video game channel.
Okay.
Talking about stupid board games. So,
yeah, but I don't know. But the OG gaming to me is board games.
Yeah.
So I think Grind Sultan in the chat,
we'll see.
join in.
We'll
what board games do you enjoy? Call in and tell me where these said rules are so I can parse them. I'll be glad to.
Yeah.
813-618-7099. Give us a ring.
We'll follow the rules if we're breaking a rule somewhere. But anyway. But we got the caller board here, so ready to take our first calls. Light this thing up. Light it up.
Womp, 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 womp.
There we go.
All right, so I gave you all my twig.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about some of the games I played. I wanted to show off a little bit about Rumble Nation. It's a Japanese title, so I guess it's just coming to the U.S.
Okay.
Is my understanding.
I've got a couple twigs just when you're done. So
go for it.
At the end of yours. Well, if you're gonna pull out Rumble Nation,
let me pull out Rumble
let's take a
Nation
look
real
at that. Okay. Do you want me to talk while you do that, or are you good?
No, I got it right here in
cool.
front of me.
Yep. All right.
This is my new swag that came in, so this is my haul for my twig. I was really surprised as to how small this box is. It's a very thin box that's almost pandemic level size.
Yeah, it's nice and shiny.
It's so few components. Like there's so little physical game in here. It just blew my mind how much fun this game has been.
Yeah.
It's such a simple, light mechanism.
It is simple. Who's the designer?
It is Yogi
I probably set you up for that.
Shinichi,
Good luck.
but it is from Japan.
Okay. All right.
Y'all gotta find this. Like
That's
this is not getting enough love. It won the Game Market Award of 2018. Came out in 2017. It's an air. It's just
Boy, is that
it is
old, huh?
distilled area control, where the main mechanism of placement of troops is this dice manipulation. That reminds me similar to kind of Can't Stop-ish, where you're going to roll a set of dice and then you got to chop the dice up in order to decide how many troops you're going to place and where you're going to place them. So it's almost like in Can't Stop when you roll the dice and you have to divide them into certain groups in order to trigger movements.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me that feeling of you're staring at what you rolled and then you're trying to figure out, well, how do I divide this up in order to do what I needed to do?
Yep.
It just feels good.
Yeah, you get one re-roll, which is nice because if you roll and you just don't get what you're looking for, you get one more chance to just re-roll. It's just 3 dice, so you're just rolling 3 die and dice. And wacky how they can turn out. You know, I've had games where I've seemed like I roll what I want and I go right where I want to be, and then I have other ones. It's like I got to figure out how to get where I want to be because I'm not rolling the numbers that I want. So,
and that's where the cards come in. Every game comes with a number of cards equal to the number of players plus 1. So in a 3-player game, as an example, it'd be n plus 1. So it'd be 4 cards. Each card is a tactic card that instead of taking your normal turn of placing units, you can spend to activate the cards. Each of the cards breaks rules or moves things or removes things, meeples from the board to change who's controlling what areas. So you can always go right for the card to activate it, but each player can only ever activate 1 card in the game. And I think it becomes fun for me because the game, the first phase, the deployment phase, will end, and then the second phase, which is the battle phase, which resolves, will happen. If you don't use one of the tactic cards by the time a player plays their last meeple, no one else is allowed to play the card. So you're not exactly sure when that's going to happen, when the last person will use their last meeple.
right.
So you're kind of pushing your luck because you want to wait as long as you can to activate the tactic cards so that you can really see the board state,
see
like
the layout
who's
of
where,
things.
who has the power where, in order to then decide which tactic card you want to use. But if you wait too long, then somebody can trigger the end of phase 1, and now you will never be able to play that card.
And depending on what you roll, you can place 1, 2, or 3 meeples based on the numbers. And so everybody starts with the same number of meeples, of soldiers, or whatever you want to call them. But the way that those come out, the speed that those come out onto the board is variable. And so that kind of plays into what you were talking about there, that if somebody's got 3 meeples and you're like, I might want to place a few more before I play that card, they're probably not going to roll a number that lets them put 3 meeples out. They roll that number, bam, play the 3 meeples. Now you're locked out of the cards and you can't ever play one. So
yeah, so it is almost there's a little bit of push your luck element in there. I think the biggest piece to me that stands out is this avalanche mechanism. I'm not sure what to call it.
Yeah.
Tsunami, because it is in Japan.
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's this snowball effect that happens where you be at the beginning of phase 2. Phase 2 is the battle resolution phase. At this point, you're not really doing anything. You're just watching and resolving battles. You resolve battles based on the numbers of the area. So each area will receive a number between 2 and 12,
Random.
which happens to be the dice result numbers, right?
Sure.
Because that goes along with rolling dice to decide where units go.
Right.
But you start at 2 and you go to 12. And the number is also the number of victory points you're going to gain for controlling that area. Whoever has the most meeples in that area will control the area and then gain that number of victory points. Second player will get half the number of victory points rounded down. So there's a consolation prize for whoever has the second amount of power in that region. But what happens is once you've given out the victory point, the player that won that region is allowed to then reinforce all adjacent regions in which they have a meeple. Now, the board is randomly seeded.
Right.
So numbers are going to go on the board 2 to 12 in random order. So it's not like 2 will always feed 3 and 3 will always feed 4. You don't know what regions are going to be adjacent to what until the tokens are flipped. But once they're flipped, then you start wanting to put things together closer to the lower numbers. You want to have some meeples around 2, right? And then you want to make sure you win in 2, because when you win in 2, you then get to reinforce your meeples in the regions that are around 2.
Right.
And that just keeps snowballing, because if you've got other regions that you win adjacent to that region, more troops of yours get to get added. Yep. So what started off looking like an area you would not win at all becomes so reinforced with your units that you now win it. And to me, that's that strategy piece.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's very tactical with the dice. You get 2 rolls, roll your dice. You're gonna decide based on that dice roll how many units you're gonna place in what area. Very tactical. But the strategic part is deciding where to go, because if I can control this area, that I know that I will seed these other areas with reinforcements, thus not needing to put more units in there at the beginning of phase 1, because I know I'll just add more units later in phase 2.
And I don't know if you mentioned, but I don't know if you want to pull up a picture maybe of the board up there, but I don't know if you mentioned, if you did, I missed it, that the scoring is based on the numbers in the area. So the 2 only counts for 2 points. The 12 counts for 12 points for the victor. And so the advantage to going to those lower numbered spaces is they are going to feed their reinforcement units into the adjacent spaces earlier in the game. So the 2 is going to feed, and then the 3 is going to feed again. They may not be next to each other, but the 3 will feed, the 4 will feed. So you score each area, and then the winner gets to feed 2 reinforcements to every touching area, and so they build up.
That you have units already in.
You have units in. You have to have at least a unit there. But so it's a really cool thing. Do I place in the 2s and the 3s just to get some people in there and try to win those? Because those are only worth 2 or 3 points. Most people aren't going there. But if I can just get enough just to get in there, hey Wayne.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. He's popping one.
Well, root beer, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Root beer always popping one anyway. That's fine. But those lower areas feed into those bigger ones, so it makes the lower numbered areas valuable, not for in-game score, but for the ability of how they can spill troops over and feed troops into other adjacent areas. And then you're hoping that you can get the right cascade, the right spilling of people over, so that later you can score those 10s, 11s, and 12 areas and get the big points in the game. So that's really cool. And then as Carlos mentioned, the card play is really unique in this. So it's not all dice based. You've got some cards to help mitigate that if you don't love your dice, like I normally don't. But there's just a lot of cool things going on in this, and it's simple mechanics. It's really easy to teach. Takes just a couple of minutes to teach, but then once you start playing and people get that first game in, they're like, oh, okay, I see how this works. Let's do that again. Let's reset that. So,
15 minutes.
Yeah.
I had a game from setup to end in 15 minutes, Robert.
Yeah.
That's how quick it was.
Mitchell's rubbing off on you.
Oh, wait. It's not after 10 o'clock
I
yet.
hesitated there, but
it's not after 10 o'clock.
But I know I'm kind of jumping in, and you have to check my audio because again I can't figure out why my headset's not working. But
we can hear you.
Good. The tiebreaker too. The first one to get all their dice done gets that first tiebreaker, and that can be huge because you're only going to have a 1 or 2 piece advantage in most of these zones. So the tiebreaker really comes in handy. I
forgot to mention that. Tell them about the tiebreaker.
So you have the little sword things in the upper left hand of the picture here. And if you're the first one to get all your dice done, you grab the first 3 sword piece. Second one out grabs this 2 sword piece. Third one out grabs the 1 sword piece. And that then, if you're in a zone and you have the same amount of troops, It's whoever has the biggest amount of swords from the tiebreaker gets that. So it can add up a lot.
That's huge. And that tiebreaker happens a lot.
And important to note that, again, you all start with the same number of troops, like I said, but you will place all of them. So just because somebody places their last troop doesn't trigger the end of the game. So if Carlos places 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 and gets all his out there, and I place 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, then at the end, I'm probably going to have 3 or 4 or 5 extra turns placing troops.
Correct.
The advantage to that is I can see the lay of the land.
And nobody else can mess with you because you could be the last player placing.
Right. But in all those tiebreakers, like Wayne mentioned, you're going to lose every tiebreaker.
Yep.
So
and you can if you those lower numbers, if you win the 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to be hard for someone to come back and win the 9, 10, 11 and win the game. So those lower number ones can add up a lot, and you also get the secondary bonus of you get half of that zone
for second place.
So if you're a second place in a bunch, you can do good. I just love how fast it was. I played this at Dice Tower, and the nerdy wiz taught it to me, and I immediately was like, oh, I know who's gonna love this game.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, you were right, brother. You were 100% right. I've played it with wifey. I played it with a family. I'm loving it. I'm playing with you guys on BGA.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to get it into the table with more folks.
Yeah.
But I keep hearing Robert use this word simple, and Robert loves to throw that derogatory term around.
It's simple rule set, simple rules, deep strategy.
Yeah. Now, Robert, in this edition that Wayne put me on is, I believe, considered almost like the deluxe version.
Oh yeah,
Correct,
because it comes with the expansions that weren't ever. I don't think they were ever out on their own. It's like added into this version. So they add a daimyo meeple, a grande meeple.
Okay.
This grande meeple is worth the power of 2 regular meeples.
So everybody has one.
Everybody has one,
Okay.
right? So this grande meeple can be placed as 1 meeple, but he's worth 2 power, and you can place him at any time. But also, you will draft at the beginning of the game, draft or select or random, I don't know, you decide, a daimyo power. For when you place that daimyo, he will do a thing. He or she will do a thing when you place that daimyo.
Well, now you're complicating my simple. So
I'm loving it.
Well, we'll see. I'll have to try that and see then.
You can play with or without those. And,
Yeah,
and you can
for
play,
sure.
You can play with just the daimyo piece and not the special power.
And that's fun, too. You replace 2 of the meeples with just the daimyo.
Okay.
So now you have to decide at what point do I want to really throw down my big boy to control an area.
Interesting.
And this was good that as soon as I played it at Dice Tower East, I was looking to buy it, and then I popped up my phone at that night, and it was like, oh, Rumble Nation on BGA. I'm like, get out of here! Yes, game.
Do it now.
Wayne invited me, and I'm like, I don't know what he's inviting me to. I've never played this before. And then I think so. Wayne invites me to some games, and I'm like, I don't know how to play. I'm going to jump in. Carson City. Somebody invited me to Carson City. I don't know how to play. I'm pushing buttons.
Gamer 77.
But I learned these things. Oh, speaking of him, there he is, Chris, in the chat. Good evening, guys. Gamer 77 on the board game arena. So I get invited to this Rumble Nation. Wayne's still at Dice Tower. I have no idea what this is. I haven't talked to the guy. I just know he invited me to a game. I'm in. So we start turn 1, and I didn't know what I was doing. I just rolled some dice, and some meeples landed on the board. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? Maybe I should go learn what it is. I watch a video. Before round 2 begins, my copy's on its way.
Really? Wow.
Before we even finish round 1 and go to round 2 of my first BGA play, I just immediately saw the threads of I see where this game is going, and it's doing everything I want in life.
Yeah, it's your Palomore, those 20-minute battler games, the push pull of it, it's almost quasi diplomacy because you're trying to figure out what zones you can control and which ones you can get second place, and then if I win this one, I'll cascade into this one. So it's really simple, but it's a fun game. And I think I especially think this is a game you can play with a family. This is very easy for kids to understand.
I was just going to mention in the chat again, Chris from Texas. Chris, I know you've recommended many family games to me. Wayne and I will have to recommend this one to you.
Yeah.
This is one that I think you and the family will love. Rumble Nation. What's sad is when I bought it I bought it, I think, on Miniature Market. It was like $35. And then they had a bunch of copies. Now they're dwindling in copies, and they raised the price.
Price is going up.
Help me understand.
Well, so the supply and demand.
I guess they didn't realize what they had on there.
Yeah.
Well, and I think people started playing it at Dice Tower East. I think there were a few copies floating around, and then it hit BGA.
Yeah.
And you can look at this, 20, 30, 50, 100,000 plays already of the game or something like that on BGA. So it's going to skyrocket in popularity.
Yeah.
We got a call that came in. Beans and Dice Podcast. State your name. Where are you calling from?
Chester from Tennessee. So, y'all.
Chester,
Hey.
regular caller. Thank you for making it in.
So, yeah, I had a hot take, not quite as spicy as the some of the secret cabal spicy hot takes from yesterday, but my hot take for tonight was I've heard a lot of people over the years talk about people that play solo games like myself. They want a win or lose condition, and they don't like just trying to beat their previous high score. To which I say, well, you don't want to get good. I'm okay with getting good. I'm okay with beating my previous score. So, that's my hot take.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, that's always been a debate. I've heard that a lot. I don't do much solo gaming, so I don't know that I have a strong opinion one way or the other. But I've heard from people who do a lot of solo games that some people like the score system, that they can improve, they can do better as they play. Some people don't like that at all. They want, like you say, they want to win or lose. Either I beat the AI or I didn't. So personal preference, I guess. But I've seen it both ways.
Yeah, I mean. To these people that want to win or lose condition, I would say to them, pick up a copy of Yukon Airways and try to get to Sky King, because I played, 3 or 4 games where I couldn't get past sourdough before I got to the Sky King, level. So, I mean, it's different strokes for different folks, and I understand that, but anyway, just real quick, before I get out there, I know I've got a limited amount of time. I'm going Wayne's out here, because I saw Wayne he was in one of the Dice Tower vlogs for a split second, and I was like, there's Wayne, I saw you, Wayne.
Wayne's board game famous on the Dice Tower vlog.
It was actually in the first 2 minutes. They go by the Battle of Hoth, and I'm sitting there learning the game with the two guys that were playing it. So yeah.
Yep. I saw you in there. I was like, oh, is that my play? I was like, oh no, I'm not one of those guys sitting there. So, but yeah.
Hey Chester, let me give you my hot take. My response on your hot take. I also, like you, enjoy games that give me a score. Solo. We're talking solo here.
Yep.
Because it does give me something to strive to on the next one. But here's something that I've also noticed. Chester, tell me if I'm wrong. I've noticed that in solo games that are strictly win or lose, they tend to have a very complicated AI bot for the other player, right? To try to simulate an opponent so that you can win against, right? So now you're spending as much time on their turn as you are on your own turn. Whereas games where the AI bot is much more simplified or there's none at all, you really are just kind of going for a better score. Have you felt that too?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, like in my example was Yukon Airways, where it's pretty much just comparing the score. In an example where it kind of did you beat the bot? Kind of example like you're saying there. That would be kind of like a wingspan, which I know I've kind of given wingspan a little bit of grief in the past, but that's out of love, because I really do enjoy wingspan a lot. It's kind of like a brother or sister. I pick on them, but that's because I love them.
Sure.
But yeah,
See, whereas FinSpan doesn't have an AI bot, really. It's you just taking your turns, doing your thing. Like there's not a very complicated AI, which makes it so much easier to play in solo mode. A great example I want to share is spoilers, Build a Jarvis winner, Endeavor Deep Sea. Endeavor Deep Sea has a solo system where it's win a number. So it's almost like it's a hybrid, Chester, in what you're talking about. Like, win or lose and do better, right? This one, you're going to have a win or lose condition that you'll set for yourself. Like how difficult do you want to make the game? But in reality, you can just win more or lose more. It says how many missions or objectives can you complete by the end of the round 7, I think, in solo. But if you set an easy game, you just need 3 out of the 6 objectives. If you set a hard game, you need like 5 out of the 6. But at the end of the day, that's really just win more, right? Not like win or lose. Endeavor Deep Sea, I recommend it for solo.
Yeah, I've been definitely been intrigued by what I've seen from it. But it's only look, guys. A solo gamer can only play so many solo games at a time.
Yeah.
Well, with an attitude like that,
Limit yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get another game table set up over here. But anyway, I did want to give a shout out real quick to Joe Harrison, the current most recent U.S. National Hero champion. Just claimed his first national championship at Origin the other week.
Nice.
So let me hear that right. Joe Harrison, HeroClix national champion at Origins.
Yeah. So congratulations to him, and a little bit of fun news before I get off here, guys. I know Wayne sounds like he's a little bit kind of like I know Wayne was into HeroClix. Am I right, Wayne?
He was an official. Wayne was an official.
Yeah, not only was I a player, I won a couple of the early tournaments, and then I became a judge for a number of years.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So I just coming in June 30th of 2026 that HeroClix is going to have a special HeroClix iconic Thundercat.
So that's in June of 2026. There's going to be a Thundercats?
January
2026.
Cool.
Yeah. Thundercats, ho!
We'll get Wayne signed up.
That's a good one.
Hey, Chester, man, always great to hear from Tennessee.
Thanks for calling in.
I think you're the only caller we've ever had from Tennessee.
I think so.
So we appreciate you making it in.
Well, I appreciate you guys. I mean, it's a shame that there's no other rednecks out there willing to call in. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of the going to keep listening.
You are appreciated, brother.
Thanks, Fraser.
God bless. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Phone lines are open again, 813-618-7099. I love Wayne's comment in there.
Oh, what was it?
I'm not only a player, I'm the player president.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it was a gamer, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But, yeah. It was the best way to get like the limited edition figures, right? At the beginning is when you were a judge, you got whatever the figure was for that tournament for being.
This is why I hosted a lot of X-Wing tournament stuff too, because you get the swag,
promos, and all the good cool cards. Mm.
So Rumble Nation, real quick. So it was released on BGA on June 29th. So it's only been out for 20 some odd days on BGA, and it's got 20,000 plays. So it's averaging 1,000 plays a day.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I would assume so. Yeah, I haven't looked at stats close enough to know how that ranks against a lot of other stuff, but
it's crazy, but I mean that's pretty decent for a game that's not in the the zeitgeist of well-known talking about games.
I can't believe it's been out as long as it has. You said, what would you say, 2017?
June 29th. Well, yeah, the game came out in 2017, but it only came to the States like in the last couple of years.
That's what I was wondering, is how long has it been available here?
It was released in Japan, I think, in 2017.
Okay.
This one deserves more love. I keep talking about it, but
these Japanese games are getting it. It started with the trick takers, and then now it's getting to bigger and bigger games. It seems like it's been really good for the designers and stuff over there. So
and the box size of this game too is it's not a super big.
It's what Carlos started with how
it's like pandemic size.
Yeah,
like OG pandemic
original.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a thin boy.
Very cool.
Wayne, we did our just to catch you up. I know that you had family stuff, so you're coming in. We did our top 20 boards for the games in June, so I think we'll catch you up later on that one. And then I did my This Week in Gaming, so I gave some plays of what I played this past week in gaming, and that's going to allow us to get into our Dice Tower
we can
recap, part two, which gets us, I think we're starting on day 3.
Something like that.
Yes, I'm looking at my list to see. Did we get through Thursday? No.
I think the last game I have listed here is SETI.
So that was Wednesday.
Maki Makers.
That was
Maki Master. And then SETI.
That was the first day. So we got through one day.
Wait, we got through one day?
One day. Yep. That was day one. Again, day one was my biggest day. I definitely played
I think we played like 15, 16 games that first day.
Yeah.
All right, so we're making a whole month series out of this.
Yep, exactly.
No, I think we'll go faster this time.
Yeah,
SETI was... I don't know if we talked much about SETI, did we? I don't
think we did. I don't feel like we did because it's number one on my board. I think I would have talked about it more.
But number one on your board.
Oh yeah, it's been number one on my board for
I missed that.
I gotta say, 2 hours and 10 minutes in, we talked SETI.
SETI. So, but I mean, Wayne, it was your first play, right?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked it. Yeah. We'll talk about another space-based game in the next day or two on this thing, but I think this is my favorite of the two.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's more refined. I think there's more there that is intriguing.
Yep. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I really did. I think there was more to do, and I felt like everything you were doing was either marching towards an overall goal or allowing you to pivot. Whereas in the other game, it was kind of a little more straightforward what you do every round. So
more to come on that.
Yeah. So, with SETI though, let's go ahead and use this as a bit of a segue to the expansion. So I think we mentioned that there was an expansion coming, more aliens as you can assume. The asymmetry though I think is going to be the biggest thing for me. It's going to set up asymmetrical corporations, and it's also going to do a Kickstarter, Prelude, SETI Prelude, so that you start off with a path and some resources to kind of start you on your way. And so I know they have announced a release date, I think now, or is it a pre-order date? Or
all I know is Michael Fortino.
Yeah.
Game store owner. Armada Games are my local game store.
Yep.
Here in Tampa, and he's in Temple Terrace, a little suburb of Tampa. Anyway, he put a post on the Discord with an image of it, and that was it. And I'm like, my reply is like,
"Win,
yes, please.
Win where?
Sign me up for one."
Yep.
That was. I heard about it right when they did the CGE video. I had no idea when it was coming out or when the stores are going to be able to set up pre-orders. But mine's on pre-order.
Sounds like it's coming soon.
Why is it that space games always need a prelude and an expansion with more alien races? Why can't they just put that stuff in to begin with?
Just milk it. Yeah, it's got to be an expansion. They got to make more money on it.
Just wait till we get the big box.
Yeah, exactly. Big
That's what I'm going to wait for. I'm not buying until they get
CG.
the big box.
Yeah, they just did what the Arnak one. So yeah, it's got to be coming.
You're seeing video of them producing it.
Yeah,
it's so cool to see them working that factory there. I'm sure it's got to be a dream for the owners of CG to be able to not only design, publish games, but also produce them.
Yeah,
so that was beautiful to see.
All right, you want to kick us off on Thursday, Wayne?
Yeah, let's go. Dice Tower Day 2.
I don't have the games in order. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
I know Day 2 is when you taught me Toy Battle, right?
Yep. Let's see. I've got Toy Battle 2 plays first thing on Tuesday, Thursday.
So, that's another one that's on my wish list now to buy because it's super fun. And another game also available on BGA that's getting like massive amount of plays.
Yep.
Although I think we taught a rule wrong there, Rob, but that's okay.
We did. Yeah, I did. I was taught it wrong, and so I taught it.
Please don't tell me that it was Mitchell that taught it to you because I taught it to Mitchell correctly.
don't remember. I know Mitchell was teaching it, but another guy wandered by and kind of jumped in, and somebody we didn't know was kind of standing there throwing in little bits and pieces. So I can't remember who taught that piece, but it wasn't huge. But it's just
when you put the piece that recalls a piece,
Yes.
you can't take from underneath a buried guy.
Right. It's a buried rule in the rules where it talks about and can never take from a covered piece.
There you
Right.
go.
So any ability that lets you pull a piece off the board can never take a covered piece, only the exposed. And it's somewhere buried in the rules.
Nick and I were playing on BGA and we were like, wait, what? That's messing me up. It wouldn't let me take that piece. So,
yeah.
What'd you guys think of Toy Battle? Wayne, you missed it. It made my top 10.
Made his number 10.
Really good. It's so. I played. It was funny. I played with Rob, and then I taught. I think Jim or so. I taught a couple of people how to play it, and I also played with my wife. She came and we played it. Ran it twice, and she's like, "I thought this is fun." I was like, "Oh, and there's more boards and stuff." So it's definitely on the list to buy. I didn't get a chance to play with my kid at Dice Tower East, but maybe I'll show him how to play it on BGA or something, and we'll give it a shot before we buy it. But
Carlos has got a copy over here, so come on over, play it.
It's nice because when we're having dinner here at the house, I will just put it on the board while my son and I are eating, and we'll just knock out a match right there.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
Quick. Like you and I played it 3 times.
Yeah,
on BGA one night, and Nick and I hit like 4 or 5 in one night. It was funny. It's been on BGA for a while. It's been on BGA since March.
Wow.
Yeah, so we could have been playing this since March, but it has 296,000 plays since March on BGA.
That's
wow. I stayed away from it. It was just the theme really shied me off on it. But I think I shared about this when I first talked about it with Ron Frazier. For me, what really stood out with this theme is the fact that he can make so many different boards that are just crazy.
Yeah.
And because the theme is theme agnostic, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to stick to war or to what happened in history. So all those different boards and all those different units, I think, was a right choice to go with for Paolo Mori's publishers to go with a theme agnostic, just like here's toys.
Yeah.
Fighting on sandcastles, toys, fighting in the pool.
Put out extra maps. You could put out extra armies now.
Yeah.
Like
it comes with what, 4 maps, 4 boards?
4 boards, double-sided, 8 total.
Okay.
Each character, there's 8 characters in the game. Each character has their own board. So the Monkey Pirate board is a jungle with volcanoes that launch units back.
I didn't know
the
that.
Ducky Pool has restricted zones where only certain units can go in certain life rafts on the pool. The Toy Soldier is a sandcastle on the beach where you get to snipe units using the special abilities. It's pretty cool.
I know each board had a little twist to it, but at Dice Tower they just had the one set up there, so we played that one over and over. But yeah,
and then I think we played Toy Battle and a couple other games, and then I think in the afternoon is when Nick got there with his family.
Yep.
So I spent some time with my son and Nick's 2 boys and Nick, and we played a couple of really good games. I taught Nick's kids and my kids Potion Explosion. And they really, once they saw the toyetic of pulling the marbles, and they were into it. We played some. I'm trying to look at my list here. Ice Cool, the giant Ice Cool was cool, and then obviously we did a little pitch car practicing for the Friday or Saturday morning kids pitch car tournament. But I think the big hit that night was we were looking for a game that played 5, and so we grabbed Camel Up and brought out the Camel Up. I explained how to play. I think Nick had played before, but the boys hadn't played. And it took them like a round or 2 to get it. And like the whole, grab the die. You want to roll the die. No, you don't want to. You want to grab that bet. You want to grab. And then we had the white and black camels, the crazy camels that are going backwards. And they were hooting and hollering. And I think that the last game ended, it was like, well, if this green 3 rolls, then this one camel is going to come all the way from the end and win. And it was like this crazy thing. And like the 3 boys all hoot and hollered, yelled pretty loud. And then they immediately like, let's play that again. And so we racked it a second time and ran a second game of Camel Up. So that was a huge hit with Nick and his boys and my son that night. So that was really fun.
Was the second play really good? Because I've only played 3 times, and I guess the big knock on the game, and Tom has actually mentioned this in the Dice Tower, is that some games of that will go just vanilla. Like there won't be much chaos. The lead camel ends up winning, and 1 out of every 5 or 6 games is not super exciting.
I haven't felt that yet.
Yeah, I've only played 3 times.
I could see where that happens just because the dice rolls, but that's going to happen. But no, the second game was even crazier.
Oh, good.
Like it
Okay.
had even more like convoluted. Like I think at one point we had like 4 of them stacked up on each other,
Yeah.
and the crazy camel went backwards and picked up a whole bunch, and another guy came forward, and it was the kids loved it. It was great. And we enjoyed it. It was good seeing them really get into it. So that was played a bunch of kids games that afternoon. All the kids enjoyed all the dexterity games.
Before you move on from Camel Up, did you get a
Yep.
chance to play Hot Streak?
No, that's
Okay, because I was curious to see your comparison between the two. So we'll need to
Yeah,
get
I
Hot
wanna
Streak
play
at the
Yeah, we need to
table.
play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
one.
okay.
It's one that I didn't even know about Hot Streak going into Dice
Oh,
Tower.
I
Somehow
did.
I missed it. Yeah, somehow I missed it. So
It was on my list, but from what I heard, it was checked out constantly. You couldn't get it. Actually, yeah, it made the top. Was it top 3?
number one.
Yes.
It was number one.
Yeah. Was
the
it
number one?
Number
It
one
was number
checked out
one.
game?
Yeah,
Oh,
number one
wow.
checked out game,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was, they had just done a review on it, and they gave it all 9s and 10s, I think. So, and then one of them on the Dice Tower said it was the Camel Up killer, that they haven't had a bad game of this. And that's where I think I heard Tom say that, 1 out of every 5 games of Camel Up will just be vanilla.
I haven't had that.
For
game
me,
really.
it wasn't even any of that made the decision for me. It was a podcast I listened to with the designer.
Oh.
The designer talked about his design process on it, his philosophy of it, and like what he was trying to like do with the design. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I researched more, and Rob had messaged me, hey, listen, if you don't get it, I'm going to get it. But by that
Yeah.
point, it was already too late.
Yeah, it was already on the way, so it was like, okay, I will wait and we'll play your version. But I don't know how well you can see that, the glare there, but they've got the characters there in a little window, and which camera will go over there? But yeah, it's a really cool box. I won't pull on it because I haven't done it yet, but the
Oh,
play,
pull on it. Get a feel. It's
does it
super
just come out?
simple.
Yeah.
It's like a vinyl canvas.
Play mat just rolls out of it, and then you have a little knob on the side that rolls it back in or rolls it out. So yeah, it's very gimmicky, very toy, but I hear the game is fun.
But it's also part of the mechanisms, because as you play, you're going to fold the board in. It's going to fold in on itself as a mechanism to speed the game up. Anyone caught underneath is out. So it kind of like knocks out players as it goes.
kind of like Thunder Road Vendetta.
Yes, kind of like Thunder Road Vendetta.
Yep.
So it's almost a timing
I
mechanism.
saw
All right.
Tom teaching and playing this one, and it looked like they had a good time. So
Yeah,
Because I'm still not sure if I'm going to put this one above Camel Up yet. But you'll find out in
The future.
July.
There we go.
I'm sorry, end of July, in August, when we do our July top 20.
You'll decide
because I
by
played
then.
this in July. Right now, my Camel Up is currently at 4.
Wow.
So will Hot Streak make it to top 4?
They could both
and
be on
not
there.
Camel Up
They're
down.
both
I don't know.
there, yeah.
They could both be in there.
but
Stay tuned,
it
folks.
It was a lot of fun, and I know that Camel Up the game that I could teach my kids.
It's a great
friends,
game. I
and
loved
they
it.
Oh, yeah,
liked
it's
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Remember,
That
hit
was-
the bell, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when we do the video where we upload our top 20
There you go.
for games played in July.
we did, I'm trying to think now. We did. I think it was really it. So that day afternoon, we went to the pool a little while, did some family time. I think Nick and the family, we all went and got like a dinner at the pool bar, and so that was really the gaming I did that day. It was a lot of the dexterity games, Camel Up, Potion Explosion, Toy Battle, a couple other small games, but nothing to talk about. So, but then I think that later that night we played Thunder Alley, which I'll wait on because I think Rob has a couple games before that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit that, then we can talk jointly about Thunder Alley, because I know you haven't played a whole lot of that. I have played a whole lot of that, so we've got opinions from both ends of the thing here. But anyway, yeah, Toy Battle, as you mentioned, those were my first 2 of the day. I came down, and since I played that once with Jim, then I played it once with you there, Wayne, on Thursday morning. I went into a little bit of a lull because I kind of hung around with our Beans and Dice group that day for pretty much the whole day. And there was a game that they played. I don't remember what it was that I had already played. It only played 4. We had 5 of us that were kind of roaming around. So I sat out and watched. It might have actually been Tyrants at that point. But I think it was. Tyrants got played.
Oh, that's what I
and-
was playing Tyrants. I was there.
Was
and
that
then I left.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Right? No, that
so,
was-
or was that a later day? I don't remember.
That was a later
but
day. Tyrants was
okay.
a later day.
There was
I had
a
to leave
game-
for that
Yeah,
was
was it-
Saturday.
A game that got played that I remember I sat out and watched, and then after that I think I wandered off and just kind of walked through the demo areas and just kind of checked some stuff out. But anyway, my next game was a little later in the day. We knew we were going to play some Galactic Cruise, so I got to play Galactic Cruise for the second time. We were teaching at least one additional person. Let me see who I played that with. I played that with you. Well, you were in that game.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my, so
That was
Galactic Cruise.
Yeah, there you go. So you missed that one on your list. So I thought we had played it together, but when you didn't mention, I was second guessing myself. But yeah, so you, Jim, I, and Christopher, which I think was
A friend of Jim's.
Yeah, a friend of Jim's that we randomly picked up as we were there. But anyway, Jim and Christopher had played this game a number of times. I know Jim's played it 5, 6, 7 times now. It was my second play. It was your first play, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And was this the other one you were going to talk about, the other space game? Okay. So I'll let you go into that a little bit, but I like Galactic Cruise quite a bit. It did fall on my board. You missed, again, the rundown. Galactic Cruise fell from, I think it was around... Actually, it was 6 on my board, and it went down 2 places because I put up a Ra and Concordia in my top 5, and so Galactic Cruise slipped down to 9. I think 8. I'm sorry, down to 8. So I think Galactic Cruise is still a really good, fun game, but I need to play it a few more times. We played a slightly slightly simpler version than the first time I played. It wasn't enough for it really to influence my opinion one way or the other, but it was it's a good game. So I guess I know you kind of teased that you had some comparison between that and the SETI, and
it's hard to compare the two because they are different, but there's similar mechanics. I just felt the agency of the game wasn't as dynamic as SETI, maybe.
Okay.
I think it was very much like just build a ship and keep building a ship over again and just doing that same. It was very repetitive.
I'm sorry, build a what?
Build a spaceship.
SHIP.
Oh, okay, I heard
ship.
Build that.
No, we're not
build
building
that ship. No, but so it was not super. I mean, granted, it's first place. It was hard to have a really good judgment of it. But in my first judgment, there was kind of like in between turns. I'm sitting there going, I guess I'm just gonna do that again, and then after that I'll do that one again, and then I'll just do that again, and I'll just rinse and repeat that same cycle of actions. So there wasn't a lot of dynamism to the selections there, and that could have been just the first play, and I was missing some things here and there. I didn't do too bad either. Like I thought I did okay. I zoomed in on cleaning out all my cogs, and I had that got me the 30 points at the end of the game. So I think.
You finished ahead of me. You were third. And like I said, the other 2 guys had played several times. Actually, you were only a couple points behind. You were 4 points behind Jim. Right. It was Christopher at 173, Jim at 159, you at 155, and me at 139. So yeah.
So I mean, I didn't feel like I did horrible. I probably should have done some more actual shipbuilding. Like I basically just built one ship and had that same ship go a couple of times. And I think the other gentleman had 3 or 4 or 2 or 3.
But I think that's the balance of the game, though, right? Like you're supposed to decide: do you want to build one giant, royal cruise, like big one, or if you want to have a bunch of little, riverboats?
Yeah. And so it was an enjoyable game. I like production value was great. The once you kind of read the iconography, it was pretty easy to follow. It was probably easier to follow than SETI at some point because there's some stuff with SETI where I was like, I'm trying to figure out like some of those bonus cards. I was trying to figure out. I misread them or misunderstood how they reacted. So maybe SETI has a little bit more of a learning curve, I think, because of some of the iconography and the scoring mechanisms. But Galactic Cruise was fun. It just didn't wow me. I was kind of glad I didn't do the Kickstarter because I don't think it's a game that I would play on a regular basis, like over other games. It's a great game. I'd play it again. It's enjoyable. It's very well developed. Clearly the guys who came up with the game, it's been play tested like crazy because it's very well balanced. Yeah. But it just didn't blow me away.
Yeah, a lot of variability in the setup. That's a big strength for me. But just about everything you do, all the action spaces, there's 2 actions. And so when you go to an area, you choose, you can do one twice, or you can do both of them. Or as you start laying other parts out, you can connect to other areas with other action spaces. But when you set up the game, it's completely random. So the 2 actions that kind of match up in each area change from game to game, and then you've got some modifiers at the top that allow you to kind of break some of the rules, and you have to develop those technologies or piggyback off of somebody else who's already done it. Those are completely random. Those get picked different every game, so there's a lot of variability. So that doesn't necessarily make me like or dislike the game, but I do like a game that has a lot of variability. I think you could play it a bunch of times, and if you like the mechanisms, you like the game flow, there's a lot of difference from play to play.
But I think the thing is like those 3 things across the top that break the rules. They may be variable, but there's always going to be 3 of them, right?
Or 4 of them, but
4 of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And those actions, yeah, they're variable, but it's the same actions. And so it's really just figuring out how to connect them and doing the, which ones you want to connect to, do both of them or not, So they're just, the variability is good and it has variable setup.
Yeah.
But I don't know about if the variability of play is all that intriguing.
Yeah, it doesn't change the mechanisms at all. It just changes.
Right. I feel like SETI has a little bit more to that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not trying. I mean, the game is highly rated. It's skyrocketing up the charts. But I just think that I think SETI will have a longer tail. Than Galactic Cruise.
And I agree. SETI's my number 1. Galactic Cruise is number 8 right now. So
yeah. I don't even know if this would make my top 20.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and that's hard to say because it's such a good game. But like, I'm looking at my top 20, going, am I really going to knock off? Throw a game out there like Distilled or Stone Age or Paladins of the West Kingdom or something like that. Over that. I don't know. It's be tough.
Oh wow, SETI's already made it in the top 50.
It's scary. It's is that the Tom Vassell effect? I mean, he rated it number 1 for best game of the year last year. So
now it's weighted at a 377, and I was curious, Wayne, which one would you weight higher? Because Galactic Cruise is weighted at 391. After your play of each, are they just negligible? This difference is negligible?
I think there's negligible difference. I probably would flip those numbers, maybe. I don't know.
I would put Galactic Cruise a little heavier. I think I would agree with those, but I could see. I mean, they're close enough.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I think the. I don't know. It's interesting because I think SETI has more to learn, like because of all the cards and the interactions, and then you have the aliens and that how those interact with the planets, and then they have those scoring cards, and those cards are there's a giant stack of them, and they're all different. I think learning that and figuring out those scoring cards and which ones to use and how to coordinate those is more complex than the choices that you have in Galactic Cruise.
All right. Well, if anybody's got an opinion on it, call in or post it in the chat. Let us know what I'd
you think love to hear somebody call in and tell Wayne he's wrong.
Yeah, tell Wayne he's wrong. I like
Nobody's
that.
wrong. Everyone has their own opinion and they're entitled to it. But I think they're both very, very
answer.
Count on Wayne.
But I know, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm bashing on the game. It's like if you're going to compare the two,
no, that's fine.
SETI. Like
we're not. Just because we're critical doesn't mean we're being critical.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's a difference.
I
hope people understand that. None of us bash these games. I mean, except for Frosthaven and Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
None of us really bash these games, but we're critical of them. We want to have deep conversations.
Yeah. I think, and I think for me, it's like I've looked at purchasing both. Like I almost did the Galactic Cruise Kickstarter, and I've almost pulled the trigger on SETI a couple times. And because I'm at where I'm at in my collection, I'm kind of really thinking about like which one do I want to own. And if you had based on one play only, I would rather own SETI over Galactic Cruise. And Galactic Cruise had a giant Kickstarter that was pretty pricey. That I'm glad.
You're welcome to pick up my copy of SETI, play it at home, kind of get some more plays under your belt to make that decision.
Yeah, after you borrow it, I'm borrowing it because Emmy likes it, and so we got to teach it to RB.
Oh, does she get to play it?
Yeah, she's played it twice now.
Well, then we're going to have to get her over here so we can play.
Oh, there we go.
Before she goes back.
She's played it twice. Yeah, she likes it. So
I like it. Yeah. Melissa liked it.
Yeah, that's good. So to finish off, I only played 2 more games on Thursday. So again, I had a big gap in the middle of the day there. We played a group game of, let me see, I think it was a full 5 of us. I'm trying to look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, player game of Draft and Write Records just fell off my top 20 board, but that's a fun game. That's again, I mentioned when we were doing the top 20, one of my favorite draft and write, roll and write, flip and write games. It's in my top 5 now. I think I played this a lot on BGA. I like it quite a bit. Carlos, you've never played it.
I've yet to play it.
Wayne?
I missed playing it in person, and I've played it once on BGA, and I was lost. I needed to teach.
Yeah. It is. It's one. It only takes 5 minutes to teach, probably, but you do need to teach because there's a lot of comboing. This does a thing over there, there's a thing over there, so you got to do things kind of in the right order to make stuff happen. But yeah, Draft and Write Records, great game.
Did anything come out of this play that changed your feelings on it, or like enhanced the game for you? Like anything special out of this play?
It was the first time I've ever played the physical version. I've played it on BGA now, probably.
I didn't know that.
7, 8, 9, 10 times on BGA, and so this was I own it now. I bought it from Daryl when I bought the West Kingdom games and the South Tigers games from him.
I remember that. I didn't realize you haven't played the physical copy yet.
I hadn't. I just hadn't.
Now, what about the putting of the pieces and all that? Like, how's that now in the physical form instead of checking a box? Did it change how you feel about the game?
It comes with a set of colored pencils, and so that's the thing here is you're doing a lot of colored things, and you're trying to match up different I'm going to say color. There's symbols and colors and all kinds of things, but
It looks like almost looks like a PS a PlayStation controller.
Yeah, a little
with,
bit.
You know, orthogonal with little
There's a little diamond, a
shapes.
circle, and squares, and you're trying to match those up. And so that was I thought that was actually kind of cool. It's obviously very gimmicky. Again, it comes with two sets, actually 2 sets of the 4 colors, colored pencils. And so we had 2 of them at one end, or 4 at one end of the table, the other 4 at the other end of the table. And you're borrowing. You're like, oh, when you're done with that orange, I need that orange. And so the time in between turns, even though everything is simultaneous, you're kind of like, all right, when you're done with the orange, give me the orange. And then now Jim needs the yellow, and so we're passing them around. So that was a little clunky, but at the same time, I thought it was kind of cool. Like it kind of brought some player interaction beyond what was going on in the drafting, because you're drafting cards. You take one, you pass to the left, everybody reveals, everybody colors in, so you're really playing your own game. But everything is open information. You can look over there and be like, oh, Carlos needs another band member to fill out his band. I've got a band member here that I could use. I may not maximize what I can do with it, but I know he either needs it really bad, or he could trigger the end of the game if he feels.
Yeah, even worse.
Yeah, so you can hold on to stuff. You can mess with each other a little bit. It's fun.
Good. I'm glad to see that the physical play didn't take away from, because I know sometimes we've shared before, playing a game on BGA has been completely different than playing the physical version, like Earth.
Yeah.
Right. Playing Earth with those fiddly bits on the cards is completely different than playing it online.
Yeah, I think it added a little length to the game. It made the game a little longer. Because, again, when you play it on BGA, you click what you're going to do, and then it colors in the lines for you and stuff. But I liked the extra little bit of interaction. I liked coloring in my lines and again, smacking somebody, be like, hey, I need that orange, I need that red. So, I thought it was kind of cool. So
this segment was brought to you by Crayola.
There you go. So I'd be happy to teach this anytime if you guys want to play it and when you want to learn it a little better. So it's a fun one. But that gets me to the evening game that we played. We got a game of Thunder Alley together. That was one of our top goals. We tried to do it last year on the last day, the last game of the con, and we figured out that was a kind of a bad idea. People were trying to get in those games that they really, really wanted to play but hadn't played. Some people went home early.
I was so disappointed in Wayne.
We ended up with, I was going to say, just a couple of us. we were planning like this big 6 or 7 player game. We ended up with like 2 or 3 of us, and we decided just to pack it up and not do it.
I can't remember whether
it was you or Nick. I can't remember which one bowed out first, but one of you bowed out first.
Yeah, but didn't I bow out because my wife had left and she called me in her car was smoking?
Excuses, whatever.
I don't know if that was last year or 2 years ago. I know it was
I think it was last year, but so we got a game of this. I'll just real quick. It was me and Dan and Jim and Nick and Wayne. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 player game. So
when Carlos is in there, Nick and Wayne show up. Okay,
exactly.
Copy. I see how this is.
Yeah. So, great game. Jim was on the fence about it. He doesn't love it because it's not a heavy Euro, but I think he had a good time playing, at least, hanging out with the rest of us and playing the game. By the time we were halfway through it, we were sparking old memories. We were talking about the old days playing it online. I know Dan mentioned at least 4 times during the game, yep, I'm going to set up another league of this. We're going to do this again. We're going to play on the
Those are great days.
TTR. We're going to only designate 2 people to move the cars. Everybody else, keep your hands off. So just all the old memories of it. Of course, Mike would get in from up in Seattle, and I'm sure everybody would jump in on that. So Dan says, I'm going to hold him to it, that I'm going to try to hold him to it, that he's going to set up another league of this, and then we're going to play another 6, 7, 8 race league online. Do it once a week. We had all rules about if you missed a week. I think we dropped your 1 week, so everybody could either miss a week, or if you played all the weeks, you dropped your lowest score. So
right.
Yeah, it was. We had a good little tournament system set up for it.
It was a fun game. Dan lost a car first lap.
Oh yeah,
totally
blew an engine. Yeah, blew his engine.
Yeah,
that card came out. Whoever has the permanent engine just blows their engine. He had 1 permanent engine token.
Oh man!
But then he took his 1 car and proceeded to win.
Yeah,
he came in first.
The other 2
almost won him the game.
Yeah,
and I think Nick beat me by a point.
Yeah, by not having that card, that means he's got more cards available to pick and choose to put on his remaining cards.
Yeah, good memory. Yeah, Nick beat you by 1 point, 114 to 113, and then it was me and Dan tied at 108, and then Jim was at 103. So it was a heck of a game.
It was really good. There was a lot of groups, a lot of push pulling. It was good.
Hey Carlos, on this number 22 Ford Mustang Cup car.
Show me
where Wayne hurt you.
Yeah, there you go.
Right about here is where Wayne hurt me.
Yeah. He just got this as a quick present for his son.
Oh, my son walked in.
Walked to the door
him and his girlfriend were out on their 5th anniversary date. So they've been dating for 5 years now.
Nice.
So they had dinner, and apparently they went shopping somewhere because he showed up, and the first thing he did was run up to me and hand it to me. Couldn't wait till after the show. My favorite car. I won't say driver. I'll say car. The number 22, which is also the same number as my birthday, Joey Logano, in my favorite company, Ford. I'm a Ford guy, so it's the Ford Mustang number 22.
Nice.
We love Thunder Alley in this house.
Oh, yeah.
We love NASCAR.
Big time.
I'm glad y'all got to play it.
Yeah.
Ford, standing for Fixer Repair Daily.
No joke, bro. I was just out there doing some alternator work, and no.
Alternator springs.
Found on road dead. Yeah.
Well, that's day 2. We only got 3 more days to go.
Yeah, day 2.
Well, I don't know.
Now we got a half hour.
But yeah.
We could do another day.
Or are you going to do
No,
your
we
top
can
20?
Oh, you want to do my top? I can do that.
Are you prepared to do your
Are
top
you ready
20?
to do top 20?
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this show up with Wayne's top 20. Phone lines are still open. 813-618-7099 is the number. So our number is still the same. Wayne is going to be the main man, showing his screen, giving us an update on his top 20 for plays in the month of June.
Yeah.
I know we're behind because of Dice Tower.
Dice Tower, yeah. So I think I have 4 new, 4 fell off, and 1 or 2 moved, I think, if I remember correctly. So falling off is Brian Baru. Probably misspelled that, but maybe not. But yeah, the great game. Want to play it again. Just kind of fell off the list because there's just a couple of other games. I'm like, I got to find a way. It's hard because when you play a game once, you like it, you put it on the list, and it's near the bottom. It tends to fall off pretty quickly. I kind of feel bad about Brian Brew because I really enjoyed that play that we had. That fell off. The Stouffer Dynasty, which I was high on earlier this year, it stayed high on my list and it just slowly fell off. Again, it's a game that I want to play again, but it's hard to find a copy because it's out of print. So I enjoyed that game. Still really, really good game. Captain Flip has fallen off temporarily, probably maybe going back. We'll see because I did play at Dice Tower. But fun game, just really light, but I enjoy it. It's a fun game. I think it's a game that can speak for expansions too, like either new boards, new characters that you can throw in the bag. So it'd be kind of cool. And then Terraforming Mars has now fallen off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, Terraforming Mars?
Yeah.
How'd you allow that to happen?
Because it's an okay game. It's
Oh my god! I'm not going to acknowledge that. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good game.
Don't let Bonacore hear you.
I know. I just need.
He'll
to
never
play
buy
it
you a
again.
beer again.
I know. He never. He did buy a Dice Tower. He gave us all beers at the time. No, it's. I mean, it's a great game. It just does. It hasn't got. I played it once, like in January or February, and then haven't played it since. So it was on there, and then it kind of falls down. You guys. I think we've talked about it. We have a different way of playing that game. You guys want to play the 3-4 hour long, build up a giant tableau. I'm not.
Jim's talking about setting up a game with all the expansions. I told him I'm out. But yeah.
Okay, he went too far.
Yep,
he went too far.
Every expansion.
Far, yeah.
I was going to tell Wayne that's the right way to play it. Jim went too far.
Jim went too far. Yeah. So, but Terraforming Mars just came off because I think I don't know. It came off. What can I tell you? I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. So
you need a better play.
Yeah, probably. So my new number 20 is Bomb Busters, based on one play, right? So, and that's why it's probably a 20. It's gonna be hard to get a copy of this now because it won the Spiel des Jahres, but
spoiler.
Yes, well, yeah.
We were talking earlier, like save some of that conversation.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's fine. It's good.
Yep, we're good.
It's hard. Yeah, it's had to set up. Yeah. So Bomb Busters
Terraforming Mars had its time, is what Aaron Clark said.
Yeah, I kind of agree. All right. So anyway, number 19, Underworld Cities. There's no change there. Kind of stayed there. Raw hits my list at number 18.
See where Rob put his?
It's up there. Rob loves.
He put it at 3.
Number 3.
I know,
It went on the board, added to the board for the first time this year.
All the way at 3.
Right to 3.
Had a great play.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
It's still my third favorite of the 3 Knizia.
I talked about that. We couldn't remember the name of the third one. Medici.
Yeah.
That's the third one.
Yeah.
We got the Tron Fabric. But I couldn't remember Medici, but I knew that was your favorite.
That's my favorite. I like Raw. I just and I think it's not that I'm not good at it. It's just I like it. Part of it is I'm not good at it. When I play with some of my friends, Steve and Kevin, I don't win ever, and so it's hard to love a game that you don't win. They're just better at it than me.
We talked about that. Carlos has never played Medici or Raw, so you need to
taught
come over
some bidding games to me.
We need to play
one day, but I think we need to get Medici and Raw taught. So now I understand how Wayne puts games on the board. If he sucks at them,
If he loses a bunch,
they go at the
they're down
bottom.
at the bottom.
Yeah, kind of, because it's about enjoyment, right? I mean, and I enjoyed Raw. Actually, what's funny is it probably wouldn't have made my list if it didn't have such a good game. I think it was. I forget everyone. It was me and Rob and.
I was at the game day. I
Yeah,
could pull it up here, but yeah.
But anyways, but it was a really good play, so I enjoyed it. So it made my list, and I actually own a copy of it now because I bought a used copy in the virtual flea market. So
Nice.
yeah, I don't need the big fancy one. I got one from a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Now we're going up to number 18 or 17, excuse me. Paladins of the West Kingdom. That was another game we played at the game day. Had played it on BGA and didn't quite understand it, but then now again playing it in physically, you go, oh, okay, that's what that means, or that's what that's where. Or no, maybe I'm thinking. No, I'm not thinking. Paladins is one I hadn't played on BGA. I played the Architects. Yeah. And that's another one where I'm like, I didn't quite understand it. But again, it's once you learn the iconography, this game I liked because just the way it was a definitive a number of rounds, and it was a fun play. So
Paladins made my list this time at 18.
18. Yeah. Okay. So about the same 17,
Yep.
18, same range. Yep. Crusaders moved, I think, down a little in my plays, or maybe I moved it up. I played it and kept it on my list. It was floating towards the bottom, and it was between Crusaders or Terraforming Mars, and I had played Crusaders, so I moved up, which is what kicked off Terraforming Mars. So I chose Crusaders over Terraforming Mars. There you go, Carlos. Tough choice for you, huh?
No.
Terraforming Mars, Hall of Fame, bro. Sorry.
It is Hall of Fame for you. Okay, never mind.
Right answer.
Right answer. There you go. Let's go to Japan. Stays up there at 15.
Terraforming Mars could have been there in 15.
No. Clans of Caledonia at 13. Flip 7. The issue I think with all of our top 20 lists is over the course of the year, lighter games have a hard time staying on. Although I think, Carlos, you do a better job of it than others putting them up there. You put them up high and then slowly knock them down. So the amount of times I played Flip 7 in the last month in June, and the amount of people that enjoyed it, the amount of times I enjoyed it with them, it had to go on my list. So if you talk about how fun the game is and how much enjoyment out of a $7 card game I've gotten, it's got to hit the list. So it hit the list at number 20.
Now, how do we keep it how do we end the year so it's like right at 20? Like, how do I manipulate this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Where like it's on the list.
Keep it on there.
It's on the list.
It's going to be so hard because there's so many games from Dice Tower East that I would want to. It's like I could literally not.
Dude, my number 20 right now is Guild of Merchant Explorers. Like, that is a great game. I love playing that game.
I could see all of these games falling off my list.
Dice Tower is going to make it tough on me.
I told you we should not have limited to 20. We
should go to 50.
We should be like 100.
At least
top
50.
100 games.
Nobody would watch.
This whole wall can just be a big metal wall. Nothing with magnets. Like people's heart machines would stop from all the magnets on this board.
Can't walk in your house. Yeah.
So Stone Age stays up there at number 11. I love that game. Viticulture at number 10. Finspan Wingspan at number 9. Fromage at number 8.
I want to now play Fromage. There was Dice Tower, recent episode of Dice Tower, where Julie Ahern or Julia Ahern, I'm not still sure what her name is.
Her last name is Ahern.
Her last name is Ahern. Okay.
I think so. Yeah, Julia. Right. It's Julia Ahern or something like that, or I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, either. But she talked about Fromage in a way that, for the first time, made me want to play. Like every review I watched, every podcast I've listened to, like it just never struck. But then she just described it in a way that made me say, "Okay, I got to give this a try." And I think it has to do with how she weighted the heaviness of this Euro game. So I think it's going to be like in that sweet spot for me of Euro game heaviness.
Probably. It's definitely
it's good.
Midweight.
It's really good.
It's not really.
I
heavy.
almost pulled the trigger on the new all-in Kickstarter for that and the expansion, but I
The
didn't.
Cheese Whiz expansion.
Yeah. No, like the first one is French, and then the expansion is Italian cheese and stuff. So, yeah. Number 7, Maracaibo. Number 6, Creature Comforts. Number 5, Lords of Waterdeep. Love that game. Number 4, Madeira, which, again, out of print, hard to find. That's going to be hard to keep that up high on my list after this last month. But number 3, Ostia. Number 2, Obsession. And the new number 1 game for me for the year,
New?
Concordia.
Oh, my man.
Hit my list at 5. Yeah.
Rob was.
Oh, 5.
Put
Come
it
on,
at 5.
I
Really?
know.
How
That's
dare
also
you?
I'm taking Terraforming Mars off the list.
Like, it's like I don't even know you. Like, who
Please.
are you?
I didn't put it at 20. I put it at 5.
No, but this is like
we talk about 5.
You know, let's talk about.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, just Concordia is just a great game. It's
It
one of
is.
my all-time favorite games. It's like it's like well, Terraforming Mars for you guys, but it's like Castles of Burgundy, or it's shot to number 1. It's going to stay at number 1. It's going to my Hall of Fame after this year. This way, I never have to have it on my list.
I did that last year for that same reason.
And what I realized is I hadn't played Concordia I didn't play Concordia at all last year. That's just like, wow, that's crazy. So yeah, and it was we played a 3-player game, which I know Rob wasn't a huge fan of because of how fast it was, but I also liked how fast it was because we cranked through it. And
any expansions or just the base game?
Base game, 3-player on
Which map?
on the smaller board. Well, the
reverse side of the baseboard.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of the other stuff. So
I got a bunch of boards now.
we need to try some. Of them.
Some of them still in shrink.
Yeah.
I want to try some of
Oh,
them.
that would be an awesome weekend. Just
play
like
Concordia over and over?
Concordia night,
Yeah.
like back to back. Let's go through all my boards. We'll use all the expansions.
That works for
we'll
me.
do solid. We'll do team play. We'll do co-op play, and then just like rate them all. Like rate everything I have.
Yeah, works for me.
So,
Oh, that would be great.
But yeah, this next is gonna be rough because I could see 10 games hitting that list.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's probably about right for me. There's probably going to be about 10 from Dice
10
Tower.
is a lot. Like when Rob's number 13 is Obsession, right, and his number is 15 is Sky Team, right? Like 10 is a lot. Like you're asking a lot. These are some good games.
Federation, Lisboa, classic Euro. That's at 11 for me, right? That's or 12 for me right now. I mean, that's almost guaranteed to be gone. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I played a lot of good games at Dice Tower. I got to play. This was probably my best Dice Tower in the last 3 or 4 years, just for playing games that I wanted to get played. I don't know why, but I made a list of like 50 games before I came in, and I only knocked off about 6 or 7 on the list, but I played a lot of the games that I just really wanted to play, or played a lot of good games. So
that or the games that you wanted to play lived up to your expectations.
Yeah, that I guess
because
that's
there was a
part of it,
year
and then-
where we had a list of games and many of them just like buh.
And then like Hoth I knew I was going to like it, but Battle for Hoth was, I mean, it completely lived up to the expectations, and some toy battle.
I missed. You played Le Havre? You played Le Havre?
No, Hoth. The Battle for Hoth.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I had to run. My kid was needed.
Oh, that's all right. No, yeah, that was Battle for Hoth was. I knew I was going to like it because it was memoir based, but I was afraid that maybe they would have messed with it a little bit, just a little bit. But that's
got to make the list.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah, I mean that's on there. Toy battle was great for me. So I don't know. We'll go on it, but I know we want to probably
we wanted to hit some news because I know we've been missing out on the news articles, and people have been posting stuff. And by people, I mean Wayne and I have been posting stuff in the Discord channel. This is the time for the plug. Number one, it's a call-in show. 813-618-7099 is the number. If you wanted to comment or question, you can always hit us up by calling in or by sending an email to beansanddice@gmail.com or leave a voicemail in between episodes. Number two, the Discord is a great place to get us talking about stuff that you're interested in. And the place to do that is in the news. This is where you can link articles. It doesn't have to be like perfectly brand new hot news. Just anything that you've come across, any article that you want us to discuss in the news is where we're going to go to do that.
Yep.
So in the news, Wayne, you had posted a screenshot from the Dice Tower news of July 10th with the re-implementation or part 2 of Blood Rage.
Blood Rage, yeah.
The new, and I don't even know who's producing this. It's not Simon, right?
No, it was sold. Simon sold it to.
Yeah, they sold the new company's doing it.
That cowboy hat game or whatever.
Yeah.
What is it?
Hold on.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Are we ready for this though? Like, are we ready for a new Blood Rage?
When you say ready, do you mean is this way overdue and we've kind of forgotten about Blood Rage now?
That's not what I meant.
No, okay. I'd assume that's not what you meant, but I mean, you can't be saying, is it too soon?
I don't know. Is it even needed?
Right? Is it needed? That's
like
a better
Blood
question.
Rage is to me such a good game. Like, is this even needed?
Isn't this a Game Tycoon or Tycoon game?
Something like that.
Tycoon Games, yeah, that's it. No.
Isn't
They just
this
changed the names.
a new game in the Blood Rage universe, right? Or it's not.
It is. It's not exactly the same game. It's not a re-implementation. It's not it is just using that same. You're now in Ragnarok, so you're all dead basically, and you're in Ragnarok. Valhalla. I'm sorry, not Ragnarok. You're in Valhalla, and so you're battling in Valhalla supposedly again. So that was the whole thing. It's like, hold on, you're dead, but you're battling in the afterlife. So okay, let's just go with it or whatever. So yeah, whatever. It doesn't have to make sense. So, but yeah, you're dead. You're in Valhalla. You're battling for glory in the afterlife, and so it's gonna probably have. I mean, it's Eric Lang, so it's still the same designer. I'm sure it's gonna have a lot of the same feels, but it is not intended to be a 2.0. This is gonna be a different game. There's gonna be some different mechanisms. I haven't even heard if it's gonna be drafting. I mean, that was probably my favorite part of the Blood Rage is the drafting system, and then the area control. I'm always a big fan of area control, so I don't know enough about this yet to know how much that's going to be. I don't think anybody does right now, other than Eric Lang and
the screenshots to me look the same. So to me, it just feels like, hey, we just put you on a different map. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Is this just a reskin with a different location, or are they adding new mechanisms?
Yeah.
I can't say that I am, as the Secret Cabal fellows say, frothing.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not frothing for this one. I'm like acknowledging. Oh, okay. There's a new Blood Rage coming.
Yeah, wait and see. We'll see what happens. But it's Eric Lang. I mean, he's had a few misses, but for me,
I don't think it's going to be a bad game, but the question is, do I need it? Like, is it another game that I'll need if I have Blood Rage with expansions?
Yeah, we'll see. Mm-hmm. Next,
we get into the Spiel des Jahres winners being announced. I think on 13th July.
It in the German to give you guys the early announcer.
I tuned into it for about 10 minutes, and then I got sick of not understanding anything. I turned it off. So
you couldn't follow. You can kind of follow it a little bit with their.
You could kind of tell what they were talking about, and some of it was in English. I mean, they had guests up and stuff, and when they had guests on, they were all speaking English. But I don't know. Going back to German for 5 minutes at a time was a little rough. But yeah.
Tycoon Games. Chester Wilson says Tycoon Games. Yep. Max Burns says, "Isn't Simon in trouble? Aren't they?"
We're going to hit that topic in a minute. But that's on the list. Yeah.
It is a sinking ship.
Yep.
Looks like an expand-alone is what Chester calls the Blood Rage Valhalla.
Okay,
that kind of makes sense if I look at it that way.
Yeah.
I bought a ton of the Villainous series, which are expand-alones.
Mm-hmm. Just alter up just enough to feel a little different, but same universe and everything. So,
all right, Wayne, hit us with the Spiel des Jahres winners.
So you've got the heavy game, the Kenner Spiel des Jahres, which was Endeavor Deep Sea.
Hey, that's a great choice.
What were the other two that were competing with it? I forget.
Thought SETI was in there.
No, it was.
See, that's what I was a little worried about, because I thought SETI was in there, and I was like, "There's no way that beats SETI," even though I like both of them a lot. But I have to think maybe SETI wasn't.
I don't think they tend to not go with the heaviest games.
Why is Kenner
Wayne's trying to pull it up here, but
Wayne's going to pull up the article so we can take a peek at who the nominations were as well.
Yeah, but I certainly can't disagree with Endeavor. I'm just curious again to remember who the competitors were. Oh, caller coming in.
There you go.
Beansanddice podcast. State your name. Where are you calling from?
Joey from Colorado.
Hello, Joey. Welcome to the Beansanddice podcast. A podcast about board games. What you got going on?
I have seen you guys on my YouTube feed recently, and I think I tuned in one other time, and you came up again and we're live. And I saw that there was a question or a call-in line, and I'm a fan of the old school call-in line.
There you go.
You're one of us. Welcome. Welcome in.
Nice. Am I live right now?
You are. We don't.
Oh, okay.
We don't buffer. We don't screen.
It is what it is.
We risk it for the biscuit.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking my call then. I very much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry to be long-winded if that seems the case, but my question, if I have one to pose, is randomly, I have the Reiner Knizia game, Blue Moon City.
Ah, okay.
And when it was originally printed, it had maybe some detractors, but aside from that, excuse me, it was not available after it got popular, in my opinion.
Right.
And I have it, and a couple of years ago, I was playing it at a convention, my copy, and the copy that I have is the CMON copy, and it's a great game, but the colors and the figure, stylized way of making it, it's not color independent, as in brown and black look very similar.
I remember that. Yeah.
Would you? Yeah. So, and it's still a great game. So
that's the only version that I've played is the CMON version.
Yeah, we played one time at the CMON
Expo in Atlanta.
Yeah, CMON Expo in Atlanta.
Yeah, and so you've played the CMON version,
right?
And it's good. I mean, the game is good.
Yeah.
The game needs no introduction, or if you haven't played it, it really is an incredible game.
Sure.
But the production of it being that it was, almost at a certain point, I mean, I'm playing with a publisher and I'm like, look, these are the same, these are not the same, but they look the same, right? When you're playing, and you have to compare the cards to the tiles. If I was going to request a game to be remade, it would be that game. And I just sort of wanted to ruminate on that. And so, apologies if I've gone long-winded.
Oh, no, you're good. I would think that it's a game that will come back around. I mean, this is a popular game. It's definitely got a following. It's definitely got a group of people, including, I think, is it Z on the Dice Tower? Maybe that's a big fan of this one. I think.
Yeah, I think
so.
Z.
Yeah,
Z and Mike.
And Mike, okay, Delicio. Okay, gotcha.
Well, and I think with the trouble that CMON's having and them selling IPs, if they own the rights to this game, they'll probably sell it. Although I don't know if they own the rights to the game. I think it's owned by another company. CMON was just the American distributor.
Yeah, it's been a couple different hands, I think, over the years.
Yeah.
But it's not the first time that CMON has failed me aesthetically. Ethnos would have been the first disappointment, right?
So Ethnos hater like some of
the most recent production, or
no, the one before the most recent
original
one.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because that one is considered sometimes to be more, I don't know, classic, even though it's 8 years ago.
It's been a little while.
It's the artwork on the card. I like that. It's the board and the chits that they use. I feel like it's just incongruent. There's an incongruency between the dark, like Tolkien-esque artwork and the board. And I'm with you on the Blue Moon City that like it's not. You would think with CMON being known for some of the most like visually appealing games in the market, they would have stepped it up with this production. But Wayne, if you're right, if they were just a distributor, it wasn't on CMON.
Might not have been, yeah, because there's 9 different
is that correct?
For it. Well, it could be. It could be that CMON just acted as a distributor because it looked like Cosmos owned it, and that maybe that they were
right.
So I think Cosmos owned it first, or
I think they were the original. That sounds right. Yeah.
So
that's a good call.
Such a great game, and it's still a great game. And I actually, like I said, I was playing with a publisher, and one of their people that they were playing with was like, you should pick this up and redistribute it. And I can't agree more. I don't know what the other color would be. Yellow, if that's not one. Do you guys know if yellow was a color?
We're looking at some of the pictures on BGG now. I don't see yellow in there. It looks like red, green, blue. There's is it like an orange color?
And they do have a slight difference in I'll say texture of what's printed behind, but it's in such a thin line on both the card and the tile that you're trying to land on.
Oh yeah.
And even and I don't even think it's I think there's red and brown and also black
Yes.
and gray.
Yep.
Then there's
And
white and
both
blue.
of those are, and both of those, yeah, and the white and blue. Sorry, I'm pretty excited to be.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Talking
That's
with
good,
you
man.
guys, so.
See, that's why we do this. Like, what? See, Joe, if you don't know the
History.
how we started, like we would do a game night, and then we'd sit out in the parking lot and talk for 2 hours about board games, right? So we're like, why don't we just
Yes,
make a
that's
show
good.
out of this? Like, and then anyone can
We
call
only
in.
do a half hour of that, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Well, we'd be at the Taco Bell. We'd be
Self-control.
pounding tacos.
Oh, yeah, well.
You know, at like 1 a.m,
That's another story, but
talking about board games.
yeah.
But the idea behind it is like, who do we know at work or at church or other places where we can have these board game conversations? No one. Like, it's such a small group of us. So I'm glad to see you found us. I'm glad to see that we're helping you have this conversation with other fellow gamers in the middle of the week.
I'll give you guys. I'll give you some Joy, maybe some.
Thank you. Yeah.
Confidence that that this is going to be reprinted. Just looking at Renner Knizia's list of games, right? All the games produced before that he came out with. So Modern Art had a new edition recently. Botswana has a new edition coming out. Medici's had a new edition. High Society, Tigris and Euphrates.
And he's part of like 12 new games too.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah. He just cranks them out.
Yeah. Through the Desert just got a new reprint. Lost City's got a new reprint. Shot and Totten, Lord of the Rings Confrontation, Amon-Re, and then those are all the games before Blue Moon, then Blue Moon City. So
It's next on the list.
Yeah.
It's next on the list, man. It's next on the list of games to get redone because literally, right before that is the Lord of the
And
Rings.
speaking of, sorry.
Go ahead.
Nope, all you.
No, actually, well, two things about Knizia, and I don't mean to take up more of your airtime.
You're fine.
Brother, you are giving us free content.
show.
Please
You're the
don't
show.
apologize.
Speaking of Knizia, I have two things. One, if I can remember it, and one is the Lord of the Rings was one of the first games that I ever got, and I got it on eBay, and it was $20, and this was probably back in 2013 or 2014, because what's the Eldritch Horror was on clearance at Barnes and Noble, and so I picked that up one day, and then one of my next games had to be, because it was in the same apartment, was the Lord of the Rings game, and that's one that I still very much appreciate, and it's so simple, and when Knizia goes back, what are we talking, 26, 25 years now?
Yeah.
Now, are you talking about the Lord of the
Probably goes
Rings?
back before then.
The Lord of the Rings Confrontation, or the Lord of the Rings game from 2000?
It's 2000, yeah, and it was like, I sort of remember the Dice Tower talking about it being, and I don't remember if I got it because of them. I don't think so, but either way, they take like the artwork on the boards is incredible, and some of it, or at least the first big confrontation, is like screen capped from the movie where Gandalf is on the bridge. So I want to say it's Lord of the Rings, the cooperative game. But I think it was a 2000 game from Knizia.
Okay, so not Lord of the Rings Confrontation, not the one that's getting the new.
Or, I mean, I know it was, but 2000 is the year. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this is the cooperative one. I found it.
I didn't hear a response, so.
I found it. It's Lord of the Rings from 2000. Yeah. It's a cooperative game, so it's
and
not
they
confrontation.
Just did a reprint of it, I don't know, 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost every one of his games gets a reprint. So I think
it's coming.
I would be shocked if Blue Moon City doesn't get reprinted the next year or two, because like every one of his games has gotten a reprint in the last 5 years. So
yeah, I think the other thing I was just going to say is that I had recently bought Keltis, which is also one of his games, and it's I don't know if you guys have played it, but you mentioned Lost Cities, the board game, which is basically Keltis.
Okay. I'm not familiar with it.
And what a great! It's a great family weight, friend weight game, and you basically are playing on a board that's got 5 suits, 5 suit tracks that are going up it, and you have a hand of cards, and you're going to play, your suit, and whatever suit you play, you move up that track. But other people you can lay down other cards, and you might not be able to play on your suit. Oh, if you haven't played it, or Lost Cities, I don't mean to take up time, but
oh no, yeah, Lost Cities is one of my all-time favorite. Yeah, 2-player games.
Lost City is currently sitting at my number 18 for top 20 games played this year.
Oh, then you know it. But I think in Lost Cities, it's only Is it a 2-player game? Only,
2-player only.
Yeah, the card game. Yes, it is. Yeah, the original. Yep.
Okay, it's 2 players. So this is 4 players, up to 4 players, and I think the difference is in Lost Cities. Are you digging for stuff like you're trying to reach a goal, or is it you're playing your suit up or down to
you're
finish off the longest line?
Right, that's basically you're trying to make a string of cards,
a run
of cards, and then have them be total more than 20, so that you can score positive points. If you come in less than 20, then you score negative points for that suit.
Yes, and is that all? I don't mean to diminish it to a board, but is that all on a board? I think Lost City is just a string of cards in the middle.
Mm-hmm. There is a board that just gives you a range of the colors to play, but I play it all the time without the board. You just make different columns for the different colors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this one has. So did you guys say you have played Celtis? Yes or no? Or
never even heard of it.
I haven't. I've seen Dice Tower talk about it, but I've never played it.
Oh God! And yes, it's a great one because myself and you could be next to each other. We're not playing on. If I play a yellow card of a 0 and that card goes 0 to 10, if I play a 0, you don't have to play on yellow at all. You play your own yellow if you want to, or there's going to be green, red. I forget the other colors, but so you play your own, and you can match that number or increase it or decrease it. And whenever you do that, you move up on the respective track. And the tracks have little bonus tiles that are randomized on each game. It's one that you can play with friends, family. It's about 45 minutes if you go the whole time.
Yeah, we're looking at some pictures of it on Board Game Arena, and yeah, it looks like fun. I know, again, one of the guys on Dice Tower likes it.
If you guys don't have it as a group, I highly suggest. And again, Reiner Knizia, that's what brought me back to it it's a Reiner Knizia, and it actually was, I think, his only Spiel des Jahres winner.
Okay. I see it on the box there, yep.
Yeah, and so, anyway.
Interesting.
Well, I don't mean to pester you. Did you guys have a next topic?
I heard you
weigh in, but I don't
okay. Listen, so the format of the show is we talk nonsense for 2 hours and then pray that we get interrupted by people who actually want to talk about like important
certain
stuff.
Things. Yeah.
So
yep.
This is perfect. I've not heard of Celtis. I pulled it up on BGG, but am I right hearing you say that you get the feels of Lost Cities with this, but multiplayer?
Well, yeah. No, it's actually the same game, apparently. If you
it says re-implements Lost Cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be the same game, but there's a little bit difference in rules, and I can't exactly say what they are just because. But like I said, one in particular is the implementation of the randomized bonus tiles.
Mm-hmm.
So it might help you move up twice, or it might give you some points, or it might. I think those are about. Oh, and also one of those things that you can land on is a suit. There's like stones, and they are their own suit. And so if you land on one, yes, you begin at like -4. But as soon as you've had 2 or 3, you're up at +1 or 2, I think. So
Joey's right.
They become their own suit.
It is Reiner's only Spiel winner, other than his Kinderspiel, which is, excuse my German, I think that means kids, right? Little kids?
No, Kinderspiel is.
I believe it's just more family weight or kid weight.
But his straight-up Spiel winner, the only one he's listed for is Keltis. How have I not played this? And I love Lost Cities. I'm going to have to give this one a find.
And it's incredible. I mean, I took it home. It does one of the egregious things, which is it's way too big for its box.
Sure.
If they not even shrunk down the board, but like cut it in thirds as opposed to fourths, it could easily take. So whenever you're traveling and being a, family weight, friend weight thing, you might play it with your family who is not as enamored by games as you are. But I did, and we always play games whenever I come home. But they really liked it. I was up till midnight playing it with my niece, and she liked it.
Does it play well at 2, or at 2 would you switch over to Lost Cities?
Oh, absolutely. There's many games. Well, and many games that I play is at 2 because I play two-handed solitaire normally. But yes, it happens to be, I think, a higher scoring game at 2, because at, I think it plays up to 4. We played it with 4.
Mm-hmm. You're splitting up those
everybody's
points.
racing, and so there are. Yeah. The end game is whenever 5 pieces reach over the, first light green line. My daughter came out to check on me. Try to give her a thumbs up.
She's making sure you're not talking to some Nigerian prince who's trying to take money from you.
Yeah.
We're just talking to the wall. Yeah.
I'm talking to Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing?
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yes, it's a very much like and is a re-implementation. Like I said, there are a few rules changes. It's a in Lost Cities, can you match the number of the thing you have?
Nope.
No.
To descend or ascend?
No, it's only going up.
It only goes up, and you can't match, and whatever you skip, you don't get points for. So it's much more harsh. Like, it hurts.
Yeah.
Sounds like they softened it for Keltis. Made it, like you said, family or
and
friendly
that's okay.
way.
I mean, harsh is great. You got the right partner, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
And I would love it. But, yes, the Keltis game gives way to more people being involved and a little bit more mixture of, personalities maybe.
Sure.
Well, I don't want to say that I could go longer, but like I said, if you guys are having free airspace, I could tell you the game that I have on my table right now.
Yes.
And what
we do that a lot. Like, one of our segments is called The Twig, This Week in Gaming, TWIG, where we go through and talk about games we played this week. So, Joey from Colorado, what's on your table this week?
Right now I have Deus. Another one that was, yes, sorry, I'm talking to someone. I'll take the recycling out. Don't worry.
We are also dads here. We understand.
Well, Deus, I don't know if you guys have played it. 2014. It's a game where you lay out some tiles that have 7 spots. They're hexagons. They have 7 spots each. And depending on the player count, you want to start at a certain point and basically play cards out to either either, sorry, I hate to either gain resources off of what you might place out card-wise, or you could sacrifice your cards to do one of 6 powers based on the suits of the cards. And it's another one that I had recently gotten, what's the other Greek one? Elysium.
Oh, yeah.
Based on Z Garcia's recommendation.
Mhm.
He said that Deus was, a considerably better game. And so I got that one as well, and had recently tried it. And so that's what's on my table right now.
Yeah, we're big on Civ. Oh, okay. I won't say we. Carlos is big on Civ builders.
You are.
I know Rob enjoys them too.
I like them. Yeah.
The ones without dice. But this is a beautiful Civ builder. I see they kind of went abstract with the map.
Yeah.
So they didn't go as like realistic with the map, but it looks like it's randomized in a certain way with the tiles.
It's actually funny that the tiles, if you look at them like closely, they are super realistic in that it looks like a particular like photograph picture with a shade of whatever over it. But the cards are like drawn by somebody that is very simplistic, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying the cards art and the tile art are incredibly different.
Well, thank you for calling out Keltis today. That I think was a big new one to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully you play it, and I hope to see you guys on YouTube again. I'm sure I will. And
every Thursday night.
I'd
Well,
love to call
I think
in
we miss maybe 3 shows a year.
A couple a year. 2,
like
3,
2 to
maybe.
3 tops a year.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that. Maybe I didn't subscribe, but
Yeah, hit the bell, hit subscribe every Thursday night,
more
9
regular
p.m.
than I
Eastern.
recall.
But I think you're in the past. We're in the future.
Yes, we are.
So Marty McFly.
Yeah, you guys are in the future.
Yep, a little bit in the future.
So check us out on YouTube, Twitch,
In
Rumble,
the
however you
future,
want to
looking
stream.
for 2008.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
This I
thanks
think the
again
Cubs
for taking
win.
my call. Thanks again for taking my call, and you guys have a great night.
Hey, wish the family a good night. Tell them to help Pops and let them take out the trash.
No, I got this tonight.
There you go.
Good night,
You guys
Joey.
Have a good night.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
I love getting new callers, man.
Yeah,
I
it's the
love
best,
talking to new people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. From
I mean,
a new
no
state.
hate. I love my regulars.
New
My
state.
regulars are awesome.
New state, put it on the board.
You're loved.
Yeah.
But I love when we start with a new person and then they become a regular, like your
Yeah.
Chesters
Yep.
and
Call every week.
yes. Great call, Joey. Thank you so much. So we went through Spiel.
Well, we were starting to. Wayne was.
Kennerspiel was Loot and Far Away,
Loot
and then
Far
Endeavor Age of Sail won. So Endeavor Age of Sail is the heaviest of all those games.
For sure.
Truly getting back to the heavy weight, because I mean the last few years it's been even the heavy Kennerspiel has been
Lighter and lighter.
lighter. And so that was the Kennerspiel. Then the Spiel Jars goes to Bomb Busters, and,
Which we got to talk about that, but yeah, go ahead.
and then the Kinderspiel, or the Kids Award, went to Topple die Tort, which is Wolfgang Warsch game. So Wolfgang, another major award, but
That's Josh John Clever, right?
Yeah,
Did I say
sure.
that right?
Something like that.
Ganshan.
Ganshan, yeah.
Don Chong, Gon Chong.
Ganshan.
Bomb Busters, another first time win for a Japanese person, a Japanese designer.
I would
least-
have said Flip 7 if I
would
had to
have.
predict who was going to win, but I wanted Bomb Busters to win, and so I am glad Bomb Busters won. I've only played it the one time. I know. Go ahead.
Okay, as I said, like Dice Tower pointed out today, this is probably the heaviest of those. So it's like all the awards kind of went back towards their
little
roots
heavier.
a little bit, a little heavier. A fourth in 5 years that a cooperative game has won the Spiel des Jahres.
I like
So
my cooperatives.
Cooperatives are definitely winning a lot of the Spiel, so that's good.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think they said it on Dice Tower. I don't think it was today on the news, but it was last week. I might have heard that that they were saying that although Flip 7 has sold probably way more copies and has been way more popular in the media, Flip 7 really doesn't do anything unique. I mean, you're really just taking a blackjack mechanism, putting it in a deck of cards, and putting a few special cards in there, and that's really all that it did. I think Bomb Busters isn't completely unique on its own, but I think it's a lot more unique than Flip 7. And so I figured this would be interesting because I figured probably both of you would be, how did this not, how did Flip 7 not win? Flip 7's such a better game. Carlos has never played Bomb Busters, so.
Oh, I want to. It's been on my wish list.
Yeah, but Bomb Busters
I think
is fun.
what stood out to me was hearing on the Dice Tower today that this is the 5th year in a row where a cooperative game is won. Like that bit of knowledge, Wayne.
Yeah.
That like. Are they that skewed to co-ops in the whoever the voting panel is?
Germany? Well, I think it's part of, you got to remember the German audience is different, right? And so in previous years it's skewed lighter. So the Spielers is definitely skewed lighter. And you think about what's an easy game. The Spiel for them is the family weight game. The Kenner is the gamer's game, and then the Kinder is kids' game. So if you're talking about a family, so your family, my family, our family, what game is easiest to get to the table to teach a family that maybe one of us is the hardcore gamer and the other ones are just casual gamers? It's a cooperative game. Throw a cooperative game down and you can teach it, right? You're not competing against each other, so you can help out the whole time and talk through things. So it may be that, for a family weight game, a cooperative game will win out a lot of times. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Although I don't think it has to do with the German market so much as because the little bit that I did watch of that live stream of the Spiel was they had a French designer or publisher that was up there speaking, and that's when they switched over to English because then they could all speak English, and so I was able to hear and understand about 5 minutes of that conversation. And they were joking with her because she had played games with them the night before in Germany, and it was all German people she was playing with, and I guess she had made a comment about how German people like competitive games so
heavier,
much more.
Heavier games.
Heavy,
talking about. Yeah.
Right. Well, I was heavier.
What's the difference between German games and like French games? And she said, well, French games, we like light games and you guys like the heavier games.
And there was a little bit of cooperative because she did mention that it was more family friendly, more games where we can help each other and we can have a shared experience. The German people like to compete. They like to bash each other. They like to mess with each other. And so I don't know. It was interesting. Yeah.
I think that she was wrong.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, I mean, just based on the evidence alone, the last 5 years, the Germans have picked co-ops.
I don't think you got to remember too is like the German games. The reason why you have the dry Euro, right, the worker placement where you're not bashing each other, is post World War II. They didn't have war games like we had in the States, right? So for the longest period of time, the German board game industry was built on games where there was not direct confrontation between players. That's why you have the dry Euros.
Okay, well, maybe direct confrontation is the wrong idea, but I think they're more competitive. They like to compete and they like to score points and beat people by points. So I think
that's where the Kenner, like that's where they develop now the Kenner Spiel, which is the heavier game, right? And then you have the Spiel, which is the family weight game. Yeah. And I think that's her. I agree. The Germans probably, like you said, they compared to the French. And again, it's just one person's opinion.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's just not necessarily. But I think when you so if we're going to compete, like we're going to compete, we're going to play hard, whatever. But if we're going to pick a game to play with our family, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, so I wanted to pause on that one and talk about it.
I'm glad Endeavor won. I really like. I'm a big fan.
Yep.
I'm glad Endeavor won. I am not indifferent. I like that Bomb Busters won because I like the game, but I could also have seen Flip 7 win it. And then the kids' games, I've never heard of any of them. So.
Yeah, but okay. So let me say that too with the Flip 7 thing. Like, I'm not surprised that it didn't. Right, for the same reasons that I think we've all expressed, putting Flip 7 on our top 20 list feels weird.
Yeah, right.
Like, I think we express a different version of weird,
light, quick,
but like we know we like it, but does it belong on our top 20 of the year? We're not 100% certain, but we're putting it there, right? Like we're making that decision to. So for all the same reasons, I understand why it didn't win.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
you posted in the comments, Botswana is getting. You told you broke the news to Joey in Colorado. Botswana is getting a reprint.
Yep. Which is
and
great.
The artwork looks much better.
I like my version, but okay.
And we played it at Dice Tower. Yeah,
we did play
a new version.
No, we played his version. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not saying your version is bad. I like this artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Artwork
I think yours is more cartoony.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It is.
definitely. Yeah. hmm So that's coming.
Mattel Inc. is debuting its first ever Uno social club in Las Vegas at the Palms Casino Resort.
Interesting.
Wayne put that in the news.
We had some definite opinions on that in our group. So
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
And then
But
Simon having more issues where they canceled the Kickstarter. Although apparently the skinny there is there was an IP dispute between the company that they were working with, and
mhm.
they're just going to refund everybody their money and say nope, this one's not going forward. But that's just another nail in the coffin. They're just not doing well. I think Simon's going to have issues. So
Looks like there was a post in the chat about Groupon being. So it was a Groupon for rentals of board games.
Yeah, I know Sam posted something in there about that. So I don't know. This has been tried before. I don't know if this is a new company that's doing this, but they've had these game rentals. Somebody just mentioned one, I think, in our Discord today, the old Netflix model of.
Yes.
You said something about that, Carlos, I think. But
Yeah.
the old Netflix model of board games. So I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
And shipping, like right now, think about the shipping costs of those heavier games. Just not.
It'll cost you as much to ship the game there and back than it is to buy the game.
And the wear and tear on the games. I mean, if a couple people rent it out and they're not particularly nice with the game, I mean, how often?
The only way it would work is locally. Like if Dan, like at your turn, would rent, like, people would rent out games, take games home, and because it's local. But anything beyond local, where you would just be able to pick it up from the store, that's not gonna really work.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some comments in the chat from Jason Dunham that I got to get to. These are good. Let's see. Because we were talking with Joey from Colorado. Let's see here. Jason Dunham says Z has Keltis on his top 100.
Yeah. I know you talked about it. Yeah.
Chester Wilson pops in. I've only played Lost Cities, the card game. The board game does sound cool. Now there's a
Yeah, I think there was a little confusion when we were talking to
there's
Joey
a
about
Lost Cities
that.
board game, which is not cool.
He said board game, but he was talking about the card game because there was a board in it.
Yes.
That's superfluous. But
Keltis is a card game with a board.
And I've heard good stuff about Keltis. So
yeah, Lost Cities, the board game was a complete flop. I never played it, but it did really bad.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Keltis, Jason says Keltis did not get a wide U.S. release. His copy is in German. Deus is another Z favorite.
Yep.
Says Jason. And then I love this comment. Elysium is another Z favorite. Are we sure that Joey is not the prez of the Z Garcia fan club?
Or maybe it was Z from Florida. Yeah. Joey from Colorado.
Chester says Elysium is a beaut.
Yeah.
So he likes it. It's a beauty. Let's see. Bombbuster says Jason is sitting near the top of my.
I think that meant Sobo. Or no?
Q. SUOOQ.
Yeah.
Shelf of shame, shelf of
opportunity.
Shelf of opportunity.
Copy that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, so he bought it and it's sitting there. Shame,
it's a good
sir.
one.
Shame.
It's good with players. I've only played it at
You need to play
or
like
six?
I don't think it would work well at two
or three, maybe.
maybe. Storage unit of opportunity.
Yeah.
Storage unit of opportunity.
Storage unit
of opportunity.
Wow.
That's a new one.
Take it to the next level.
I think Bombus is really like a 4 and higher, right? I mean 3 would probably be okay, but
yeah, I can't say because I haven't played it.
And I think that's why I haven't pulled the trigger on it. Like getting more than 3 is going to be harder for me.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't pulled the trigger
probably
on it.
okay at 3, but
I don't know if there's a scaling mechanism. Yeah,
there
I
is.
don't know. Yeah.
There's a dial for a number of players.
Okay.
And you set it to the number of players, and that's how many failures you can have before
and
you
for the wires, you only take out so many numbers if you have so many players.
Okay,
that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Jason says, and I love this because I'm always down for a good Norm Macdonald joke. Jason says, if there is one thing Norm Macdonald taught me is that Germans love David Hasselhoff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Huge.
Let's see. Chris from Texas says he plans to call in next week. It's been a busy summer. Yes, it has, brother.
Yeah.
I don't think I just realized I haven't posted a podcast episode since June 2nd.
Oh, boy.
Like summer has flown. I just did. I just now posted
post them up? Yeah.
last week's episode on there. I'm sorry, folks. I had completely forgotten that there was an audio version of the show. I don't know what happened.
Like sometimes.
Did you go back and post like the last 4 of them?
I did not. I just
Okay.
posted the first thing I could to get something
Okay.
on there. So sorry. Yes, summer has it is busy as all get out. Chester Wilson says French game designers don't just take their gloves off; they then slap you with them.
Of course they do.
Oh. And Aaron says, if Joey's not the president of the Z Garcia fan club,
should be.
I'd happily take the position.
Oh, yeah.
Z and I have such similar tastes in games.
Yeah.
The Z fandom is awesome here.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap up the evening. I know we're going long for the news.
Well, I just wanted to ask a question real quick because we were talking about the spiel. We didn't do predictions for the spiel, which we never have, I don't think, but we did do predictions for Dice Tower. Have you gotten yours in? And then I was going to just ask if anybody knows when Dice Tower is doing their awards, but
It's at Gen Con in 2 weeks. So
All right, so I got to get mine in ASAP.
okay. Yeah, well, I know Wayne did his first. I did mine 3 or 4 weeks ago, but yeah, I know.
Did you post it to the Discord?
Yeah, yeah, mine's in the sheet that you set up. So yeah, it's in there. But no, yeah, I haven't put anything on the Discord. But yeah,
In our chat.
mine's in the chat. Yeah, in our group.
Yeah,
So-
it's in our chat. Yeah.
Post a link to it again or remind me where it's at, and I'll jump in and give my predictions.
Sounds good.
In the news, I posted up D&D is getting a new base set for its Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and I liked it. It really looks like a board game. Like they went all out for all the equipment and the spells and the monsters. Everything's a token or a card. There's a map board, I think like a mounted map board. Like they went all out to make this feel almost like a board game. So y'all check that out. Dungeons & Dragons. It's currently on pre-order, and then there's going to be some online content that you can buy separately with it to help expand that board game. So I think it was one of their, so far that I've seen, I bought a lot of their starter sets. I keep buying them. I don't know why. But I think this is the most board game-like one I've seen to date. If you're a board gamer interested in Dungeons & Dragons 5e, this next expansion, or this next
Version?
base
Edition?
set that is coming out is going to be the one you want. It's called the Heroes of the Borderlands starter set.
Borderlands. Okay.
Well, not the video game, Robert. I know you're a big
No.
video
I meant
gamer.
like BOARD because now they're making a.
I see what you did
I don't
there.
know. Yeah,
You're
right.
smarter than me.
I don't know.
Wayne Post, CMON announces cancellation of the Genesis Clan Wars Game Found campaign. That goes back to Max's comment, hey, what's going on with CMON?
Sinking
Bowser
ship.
put a picture of a sinking ship.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we have talked about this a little bit, but yeah, I mean, CMON, it's just more bad news. So I think even those who held out hope that there was maybe a bit of a reorganization going on, I mean, that's looking rough right now.
Yeah.
So
It was a great run. It was a great
it
run.
was. Yeah, they were fun, and it all started when they moved their CMON Expo away from Atlanta, away
That's
from
it.
us.
That's what
And
happened.
It all was downhill after that. So
They missed the massive exposure that the show gives them.
Absolutely,
And it
absolutely.
gave us a place to go easily to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are caught up on the news channel. That is your chance, folks, at home, to please update the news Discord so we have more articles there. Wayne, are there any other articles that we've missed outside of that?
Not an article, but that.
Oh, I
the
mentioned this
chat.
earlier. Yes, I did before you came on, but I didn't. We didn't talk about it. I said we were probably going to talk about it tonight. But yep, go ahead.
2 minutes worth. I mean,
Yeah.
$650 for a gaming table. That's
I
pretty
still
good.
like the other one, but I think I'm
You
going to
like
buy
the other
the other one. Yeah, I think I'm going
Really?
to go with the other one. Yep. Mm.
Okay.
I know, Wayne, you got a 50th coming up, right?
I do. Yeah, I'm not buying either one of these.
Yeah, you're going upscale, but
I'm gonna get a Jasper from Allplay.
yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. So Amazon has these column discount game tables. I mean, they're still really nice, but they're not. They're not any of the big designers. They're certainly not a Wormwood or anything like that. But there's a couple of models. The one I was looking at slightly larger. It's assemble yourself.
Is it larger?
It
larger?
is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The outside dimensions are about a half inch in each direction. So it's negligible. And it actually is waterproof, which this one is not.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, for the Leafs, they have bigger cup holders. I know Wayne had posted a video of a review of it on the.
I saw that.
Yeah, and then he was talking about how small you could barely fit the can in the cup holder.
Fake can is all you can get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, this one they're much larger. So yeah, they showed a picture of a bottle in one, and there's plenty of space around the beverage, the beer or whatever bottle that they had in there. They have bigger token trays in the one that I was looking at, and it's $100 less. But Wayne did bring up that the other one that I was looking at is you assemble it entirely. The one that we were talking about that everybody was on in the chat comes completely assembled except for the legs. The legs come in a separate box and you put them on. This is the one I was looking at. The only thing I didn't love about this one, the other one was oak, which is a lighter wood. This one is... Oh, it's a darker wood. It's, as you can see here, if you're watching
I don't see
at home.
the cup holders do look bigger, but I don't see the bottle in them in there. I want to see that.
Oh, it was where did I see it? It was in one of the still photos, I think. I was scanning through just the pictures, and I might have zoomed in on one, but there was one with a bottle in it, and there was plenty of room around the bottle. So I watched the video, so I can't. Is that it? No, that was the cup. There's one somewhere. It might have been in the video or something.
Or could be one of the reviews.
Yeah, or reviews.
People that post pictures in the reviews.
Yeah, there was somewhere I saw there was a bottle, and it was quite a bit bigger. Because I know the online review that when you posted up for on the YouTube, that was one of the guy's biggest complaints is that the cup holders were tiny on it.
Look how mainstream board game is getting. Like it's
Amazon's making their own tables. Well, I say their own. I mean, they're by different brands, so different companies. Oh, you see it in there somewhere?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of these probably.
Probably. Yeah, I clicked around a little bit, so I was doing it on the hurry this morning or this afternoon, so I don't remember exactly what I looked at, but yeah. Anyway, so very similar though. I mean, for me, again, the big attraction is it's $100 less. It is assemble yourself, but I watched, there's a video on the assembly, and it looks like a lot of things are slotted in. So you slide a thing in, you just tighten a couple screws, you slide another thing in, you tighten a couple of screws. So I don't mind for $100.
I'm sure Jamie could figure it out.
Yeah, my wife could do it.
A total for with shipping and even probably shipping. You're talking about $700-800 for a gaming table.
At the most, yeah.
Yeah, and I like the waterproof's a big one. That's why I don't think I would buy that other one to use as a dining table. I think that's probably why I'm going to eventually go with the Jasper from Allplay because of the waterproofing, and it's a little bit bigger.
Yep.
It's made to fit their mats. Like the other one, the guy showed he had to cut down an Allplay mat. I'm like, I don't know about that, but so yeah. So
and that's because the one that again that one I forget what the two names of them are, but we can put it back up in the Discord. But the corners of it are
the framing supports.
Yeah,
so
where the legs attached. I don't know how you
faceted.
Say it. They're like triangular cut. But the other one that I was looking at, it is a regular.
You get a full rectangle of space.
Yeah, so you pick up a little.
But where's the joy? Like it shows up at your house, like nothing. Like the joy of buying your table at Dice Tower, strapping it to the roof of your hatchback, and then driving 40 miles an hour on I-4 just so you don't lose it.
With your Berkey table topper floating in the breeze. It might be there when I get home. It might not.
It made great stories.
Yeah.
But I pressed out that table comes as is.
Yep.
About $600, whatever the shipping will be.
Free for Amazon Prime, but go ahead.
Yeah, free for Amazon. Jasper table starts at like $900, and then you add on from there. So it'll be more than double, triple the price. But
probably close, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm getting the leaf holder. I'm gonna get the leaf holder. I'm gonna get the table chopper. Yeah, all the accessories. Yeah,
you get what you pay for the most part. I mean, the Jasper's definitely going to have some bells and whistles that this thing doesn't have.
Yeah.
But those other tables have always been a little out of my price range. This one's much more comfortable. So
I wouldn't be looking to do it if it wasn't getting close to my 50th and be like, that's going to be my 50th birthday party type thing. Cool. So if I'm party, I'm just going to get the table. But the good thing, the one thing that I was interesting is the one guy in the one video saying that like he didn't like the cup holders for he 3D printed his own.
Right.
Well, there's a ton of people in our community that 3D print. We can probably find STL files for even the new table. They're probably all the same click in.
Yeah.
Print out additional tables, additional cup holders, additional whatever you need. So
for sure. Yep. Good stuff.
Cool.
All right, folks. Well, that gets us another awesome episode. Extra long one for you.
Yeah.
We thank the new caller, Joey from Colorado. We thank Chester from calling in from Tennessee.
Old caller from Tennessee, yeah.
Much appreciated. Next week, we go into day 3 of Dice Tower.
Finally.
So it's going to be a mini-series.
We should be able to finish day 3 and 4 in pretty quick order.
Before the end of the year. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't forget, Beansanddice podcast at gmail.com is how you email us. Join our Discord. You can find that in the description of whatever format you're watching or listening this to. You can also be sure to hit subscribe and press the bell icon. It'll tell you when we go live, so you know when we go live. Call in even when we're not live. Leave a voicemail. Let us know what you got going on gaming-wise. We'd love to play your voicemail. If you want to support our bad choices when it comes to all of these games that we're buying, you can financially support us through PayPal at Beansanddice. That's BeansAndDic, or Cash App, Venmo, or just hit Super Chat on YouTube. I'm Carlos.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Wayne.
Thanks for watching the Beans and Dice podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye, everybody.
Shut the cat up.